All right, welcome to the Sae Bae Cast number 19 with Tasty. Tasty, what's up, man?
Hello, hello. I'm quite honored to be on the Sae Bae Cast. I actually am. When you asked me, I was like, oh shit, you already asked me? Like I've made it.
I fucking had to I had to yoink it, man. This is my opportunity to just yoink you before fucking blow up, and then it's like, God, I have to pay for this shit. I had to
Yeah, I'll
yoink
blow
you.
up and act like I don't know nobody. You know how it is.
And you just went full time, so
I did indeed, yeah.
how's like the full degenerate like lifestyle now? Is it lavishing?
Um it's a lot of things, honestly. It's like, I don't know. I'm still kind of processing it. I'm definitely like terrified in a couple regards, but I'm also like extremely excited. I mean, you're full time, obviously, right? How long have you been doing this, like full time?
So full time. Okay, so I never had like the announcement of full time. I just fucking
Just did it.
I basically went. I basically like my whole thing was like basically went full time when I had like 2 followers. And the reason is because like I mean I never said full time, and it was never like fucking enough money to even go full time. But the situation I was in was like I was working at home, paying nothing for rent because I was just living at home. I went to school out of state, and then I would go home and work. And then I had the option to go back to school, but because I didn't get a position at my like school, I was gonna work for this ad agency kind of thing, making like minimum wage there. But I didn't get the whatever it is position. So instead, I just went out to my brother who was in Maryland at the time, and I was just like, you know what? I am fucking addicted to RuneScape, so why don't I just try to stream? Like let's just try it. I got some savings, like let's just fucking send it. And basically, and okay, I do have like a little side thing, but I don't go into it because it's too doxable. But like basically, yeah, I was making pennies for like the first year, and then but now, I mean, shit, I'm kind of proud to say I'm full time. But yeah, I basically just fucking make RuneScape content. This is content, right? Yeah.
It counts. This counts as content, yeah.
But how about you? So I swear, like, okay, so Tasty, the name TastyOSRS,
Mm-hmm.
dude. The first time I even saw your name, the first time I ever heard about you, I think it was in a Fat Cloud stream.
Okay, that makes sense. I used to hang out there a lot. I still do, but I usually lurk now.
Yeah, I mean he hasn't streamed in like a month, so
Yeah.
that doesn't help. But he's coming back in a couple days, I think. But yeah, I think I saw your name and I was like, who's this guy? And then I saw a Reddit post of one of your videos where you went out and walk the streets of wherever you live. Where do you live? California, I'm assuming.
No, Arizona. I live in Arizona.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, that was like the bar district called Old Town Scottsdale or whatever.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, I saw a thumbnail of like your video. I swear it was on Reddit, and then you came into my stream and subbed, and then I was like, all right, shit, I gotta give this man some credit. So then I clicked on your name, went to your YouTube, and I was laughing my ass off. Your videos are fucking gold. They're actually gold.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah. So that was my first impression, but I want to hear like what, like how did you get into like making YouTube videos, and when did you start? And let's just go all into it. Like start from the beginning.
Yeah, this is a really good question. Because with a lot of things in my life, I find this as like a common theme of, how I get into them, how I start. I don't fucking know. Like it's a weird answer. But things just sort of happen to me. I feel like I'm just along for the ride a lot of the time. But I guess specifically from my RuneScape history, I played when I was really, really little, like 2006. I played for basically a year and a half. So, I mean, I had a little bit of nostalgia factor, but that is not at all why I started playing old school. I'm pretty new to old school in general. Like I started in 2018. And I guess I started playing because my old roommates in college were going for like a quest cape or something during that semester. That was like their semester goal. They'd all just play together.
Okay.
And I would always come out and be like, you guys are nerds. Like this game is for children. Like, what are you doing? And then I don't know if my Google fucking Siri or some shit heard me, but I started getting recommended like Torvesta PKing videos on YouTube.
And
I
other
started
suggestions, right? But you can't list those on this
yeah,
cast,
we
right?
don't have to talk
Okay,
about those.
awesome.
But yeah, I started watching those, and like for some reason they just interested me. Like when I heard Torvesta say like, "Oh, smited for an IGS" or something like that.
Jesus, you literally sounded like him right there. You got that down,
I
dude.
watch a lot of Torvesta videos, so I would literally go on Google and I was like, "What is smiting old school RuneScape?" And like I would just like read about it and start learning about it, and I didn't even play the game. And one day I was just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm sick of Counter-Strike. That was my game before. It was just getting like too stressful for me, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll make a RuneScape account." And I made it like mid 2018, and then ever since then, I've played 8 hours a day. So it just kind of hooked. But for content creation specifically, um, I always liked watching like progress series, like Iron Man, Ultimate Iron Man, even like main series. And so it was always in the back of my mind, like, what if I did that? And I didn't really know like what it entailed or how to make a good video. But like mid last year, excuse me, I just had to quit my job because I fucking hated it. It was kind of like you. I had some savings built up. I didn't have a plan at all to become any sort of content creator or streamer.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to work anymore. I was just so sick of it.
That sounds strangely familiar to my life. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably a similar thing to you, where it was kind of that like post grad like burnout sort of nihilism realization, that like what are my options here? Am I going to be sitting at a desk for
30
40
years.
hours a week
Yeah.
for the rest of my fucking life?
Yeah.
Like, I would rather not. I
But
would
now
much
you
rather
do. Now
not.
you do sit at a desk.
And now I do, but it's my own desk, and I play RuneScape.
Yeah. So what was like when did you start YouTube? Like when was your first upload, I
So
guess?
my first upload, like I was saying, I liked watching progress series, and so I was like, well, I had a maxed account, so I was doing kind of really later game content that most progress series are like mid game irons, like kind of maxing account irons, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was like, there's not a lot of series of people doing just completely post max pet hunting type stuff, completionism, that I do. There's a few big ones, but I wanted to give it a shot. I don't really know like what actually motivated me to do it, but I got some like shitty editing program, which I still use, by the way, and it was like $50, and I just recorded myself playing RuneScape for a week, and I kind of cobbled the clips together. And it's still up on my YouTube channel if you watch it. It's a pile of dog shit. Like it's a really bad video. It's But the important thing is that I made a video, right? And this is a lot of people ask me like what to do to get into content creation, and I'm just like, just make a video, dude. Like if you sit there and actually, spend the time to get all the clips together, organize it in a good way, even if it's a dog shit video, you have something to improve upon. Like you can watch that video, compare it to like a really popular video that you like, and ask yourself, like, what did I do here that this person didn't do? And what did this person do that I didn't do? And you kind of have a way of improving, I guess, in that regard. But I did that for probably like, I don't know, 8-ish episodes. I released like a video every week or something like that. And I am very fortunate in that I have a lot of friends who are like very, very big YouTubers, like much bigger than I'll ever be. And they told me, they like sat me down. They're like, no one gives a shit about your progress series unless you're already famous. Like, if you want to be a full-time YouTuber, like you can't really do this kind of stuff. But at that point in time, I still really had not much of a desire to be a full-time YouTuber. I didn't start making content that was like real YouTube content or doing any streams until January of this year. I went to a like a little shindig for New Year's, and I had all of my YouTube friends were there, and they're like all like insanely fucking rich and successful. And they, we're all drunk and on a few things, and just chatting shit. And one of them there, he's like, dude, like you totally have like what it takes. You have the personality. Like you just have to make, actually good content. You got to make content that people want to watch, and like you have a future, I promise you. And so I kind of took it to heart. And the very next day, I started thinking rather of like actually good video concepts that people would want to watch. That's not just like the really standard RuneScape content. Because I feel like, honestly, there is a lot of kind of untapped potential in the RuneScape market, because a lot of people kind of do a very similar style of video. So I just wanted to try my hand at doing something a little different. And I guess the first video that really got me any sort of notoriety was the TOB MVP video, if you've seen that one.
So yeah, you're gonna have to explain it, because I glance at a bunch of videos. Trust me, like I do my education before I put guests on, but I don't think I did enough education. I've just watched the most recent like IRL ones, because I'm gonna be honest, when I see you live on the streets, I gotta click it. So anything else that didn't have you like in a fucking wise old man outfit,
I'm embarrassing myself. So yeah, RuneScape users by proxy can know what it's like to be outside. Yeah, so my Theater Blood MVP video was like a really satirical video on how to get MVP every time. And it was just using like extremely dirty asshole tactics that like will kill your team. And like realistically, like I had my friends help me with this video. I told them like, guys, I'm just gonna do like really dog shit things to you. Like stand there and take it, and like flame me in the chat for, comedic value. If you did that in a real TOB, your whole team would resign immediately.
Oh yeah,
by Maiden. Yeah, like you'd be done for. But so that video, it had some sort of weird cult status, because even now it's not one of my very viewed videos. Like it doesn't have that many views compared to like even my, I would say, not as good more recent videos. But something about it, man, it got shared on a shit ton of Discords, like all over the PVM groups. And I was not even famous, right? Like I had, a little over 1,000 subscribers or some shit like that. And I would get recognized every single time I went to the TOB bank. Like someone would come up behind me and spam question marks, because that was one of the tactics. Was if anyone messes up, even if it's you, like spam a bunch of question marks. So they think like, they're just afraid that you're blaming them, and just got to keep them on your toes. And people still spam question marks. Like, look at your thread that you posted. Whale just posted 3 question marks. That was it. That's what that's
I was
from.
like, why is this getting so many? Like that was like the top. I mean, it only has fucking 6 likes on it, but that was the top one. Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, Jesus. But that's why it's from that video.
I was like, dude, this guy hates you. Why is he question marking? Like, damn. Savage.
Yeah, 416. Like, and I was still pretty unknown at that point, and I went into like Rice Cup stream because I like watching, Rice Cup. He's a fucking sick player. And one of the dudes in his raid team was like, "Yo, that's the guy that ruined 416," and I was like, "Oh shit, I've got some sort of reputation." But yeah, I think that video, from what I know about the YouTube algorithm, sharing it externally over like Discord and Twitter is a really, really big boost to just like how much YouTube will push your channel in the future, and how much it pushes that video.
Interesting.
And so that was kind of my real first video that people gave a shit about. And at that point, I think that video specifically is what directed a lot of people to my Twitch channel. So around this time, I was probably, before I would probably get like 10 to 20 viewers on Twitch, just like the kind of people, filtering in from the odd YouTube video. And from then I got like maybe 80 plus. I would break 100 sometimes, which is like, I was like very stoked about. And then Exact took notice, and I'm assuming it's that video that kind of directed him to my channel. I had a few other ones that I thought were pretty good at that point. And he donated $1,000 one day. It was on like Valentine's Day, I think. Oddly appropriate. And like that fucking blew my mind. I couldn't even comprehend what I was looking at. I was like, how the hell does Exact know who I am? Like Exact is maybe the single greatest player
oh yeah
in like RuneScape history, and this guy knows my name. and like just gave me a shit ton of money. And that clip went on Behemoth, which shout out Behe. That got me a lot of viewers. And from then on, all my streams just suddenly had, 200, 300, 400 viewers. And I got rated by Settled the next day for like 1,700 people. Like, honestly, I feel like I got extremely lucky. Like, lightning definitely struck for me like 4 times.
That's so fucking awesome, man.
Since that happened, yeah, I just kind of did my very best to capitalize on it. Like, I started just ignoring my real life job and, spending 8 to 10 hours a day, like recording, editing videos. And then I would stream literally every night. I streamed over 20 days in a row last month, which is very difficult. That burned me out pretty quick. But it was just like I was working my hardest to capitalize
riding the wave. Yeah,
I was riding the wave. And yeah, just ever since then, people apparently like me. I don't know why. I'm
no,
still trying to figure it out.
You fucking got it, man. Like, you got it all. You got the looks. You got the fucking. You're just hype, man. Like, you just got that like energy, that positive energy that people fucking just crave. Like they need it, And
I mean, yeah, I guess so. It's still, it's just weird to me, man. Like, why? I asked myself, like, why me? Like, there are 100 million people that play RuneScape that I feel like are just super awesome to watch, that, are arguably as good or better than me. But people, for some reason, watch me. And I guess it's not like, maybe it's imposter syndrome a little bit, but it's just very strange to me because it's all so new.
It went,
I started doing 4 months ago.
Yeah, so fast. And I'm seeing it like real time. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy just... I had no idea who you were two-ish months ago, probably 2.5-ish months ago. No, if somebody would have said Tasty, I'd be like, who's that? Like,
yeah.
And then I saw, exactly. All of a sudden, just all this shit. Like, if you follow RuneScape, you just start hearing more of like Tasty. And then I'm gonna give you fucking credit because you are doing exactly what any content creator that wants to grow like, you are doing what it needs to happen, and that is associating yourself with every fucking streamer. Like, dude, I see you everywhere. You are you're doing exactly what you need to do to like grow your identity, which is like be a fucking friend in people's streams and go out and like expand your like connections, and not in like a weird fake way where you're just like fucking going to people's stream just to like self promote or some shit, but like genuinely going in and like just having a good time. And it's I see you everywhere.
Everything I do is fairly measured. I know people kind of think I'm very chaotic, but I definitely have a very much a strategy to what I do, especially on YouTube, which is really the main driver of my growth. Was just my YouTube popularity for Twitch rather. But yeah, at first when I started gaining any sort of notoriety, I didn't use Twitch at all. Like, I very rarely watched streams last year. But when I started, I kind of started like getting it a little bit. Like, it's not, you're not consuming a YouTube video that has a very strict storyline or any sort of driving narrative. When you're watching a stream, you're there to hang out with the streamer and with other people. And it kind of, I never really kind of understood that before. And then when I started streaming, it kind of clicked for me. So I made it a point to check out as many streams as I could, just to see like, what people were doing that I liked and what, I should be doing that I'm not. And then it just kind of turned out that pretty much everybody in the RuneScape Twitch section is cool as shit. Like, I've made so many like legitimate friends just from hanging out in people's streams, and chatting some shit with them. So
yeah, no, it's just the fucking OSRS community is amazing. Fucking love it.
The Twitch community, specifically.
Yeah, the Twitch. Yeah, I should have. Yeah, no, like seriously, every streamer you go into, it's not like fucking hit or miss. It's every single time you're hitting it. Like, just everyone's cool. Everyone's like, every streamer's humble. Nobody really has like some sort of ego to them. They're just down to earth people just gaming, So
yeah, it's the RuneScape just community in general I guess including YouTube this time, it's very different than any other video game community I've been a part of, which has been quite a few. Because I've been a giant nerd my whole life. Not a lot of people would like expect this, but I'm very, very introverted. Like, I don't go out. I fucking hate going out. I feel like people don't think that about me. They think I'm, like an absolute party animal, which I think the confusion is a lot of people think that, like, if you're introverted, you have social anxiety, which I'm thankful I've never really suffered with. Yeah. I just like a lot of, alone time, I guess. And I feel like, I don't know, not a lot of people would expect that from me. And I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot what topic we were on. What were we talking about?
No, that's the beauty of the Sae Bae Cast, is just keep going. You forget where you are. You're having a mini stroke. Just keep pushing forward, man.
Okay, we were talking about just the RuneScape community.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I feel like everyone here is older than the majority of other games. Like, I was really big into Counter-Strike, into Super Smash Bros, and into WoW. Those are like my past 3 games that I really spent the most time in. And I feel like the RuneScape community is older and more mature in some ways, a lot less mature in others. But what they like in content is very, very interesting. Like, what does well on RuneScape YouTube blows my mind every time I look at my analytics, because it's the exact opposite of what I would expect. And like I was saying, I have all of my really big YouTube friends. A few of them, most of them play League of Legends, which is a pretty young base. One of them is like a Madden YouTuber, who, like, I didn't even know people played Madden, or it was like a big community. But if you look at their video metrics, the kind of things that do well are the very formulaic kind of poppy YouTube videos, very attention grabbing. Something, kind of like a hook in the video to where they have a reason to keep watching, like they're upping the stakes, every 30 seconds. RuneScapers don't like that shit, dude. You want to know what's funny?
What
is both of my IRL videos, my going out picking up girls, my preaching on the streets, and even my donating one, are my 3 worst performing videos.
Really?
They're my 3 worst performing videos.
So what do you mean by performing? Because they're pretty, like, you got a lot of views, but what do you mean, like, performing?
They have decent views, but compared to the other videos, in terms of watch time, click-through rate, and just actual views, compared to all the other ones, in whatever time frame, they're my 3 worst performing videos. But they also seem to be what most people know me for, which is this weird. It's just very, very strange. Although my best performing video is the one with Doll Blush, because I put her in the thumbnail.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So girls in the thumbnail equal views.
See, it's funny because I'm like, I guess I don't like with YouTube. So I started YouTube a year ago, probably around the same time you did, honestly. Just very basic shit. Like, literally my first video was a silent clip with an audio track to it, me fishing dark crabs, and then I started coming out with rambles where it was just me talking alone about anything I wanted to, basically.
Yeah.
And 0 thumbnails. Like, the thumbnail is literally just a fucking image of the video, and that has been my whole YouTube. Like, no thumbnails, absolutely no clickbait whatsoever. It's like just genuinely,
you
like,
step up the clickbait, my guy. You need to put a girl in there. What are you doing?
It's genuinely like I tell you exactly what the video is before you even, like, click it. Like, I tell you the rates in the fucking title if it's like a skilling video. Like, and I mean, yeah, like. But you're kind of right with, like, RuneScape audience is really, like, mature. To be fair, like, my whole YouTube, like, analytics is like 90% of my viewers are in between the ages of 24 and like 35, and they're all males.
Mine as well.
Yeah, and they don't. I mean, even though clickbait works 100% of the time, because you see every single video that does amazing has this crazy, like, bait, some crazy thumbnail with a guy pogging, But RuneScape's one of those communities where you don't. I mean, it obviously helps. it will always help. But it's definitely not like you're appealing to 12-year-old boys, you know, like
you have to be very careful with the clickbait, because there is definitely a point where it's like too much, and with the RuneScape community, that point is a lot lower than with other videos. Yeah, but what my friends told me to do is, like, you can make the best goddamn video of your life, but no one's gonna click on it if your title is shitty and if your thumbnail is shitty. So literally what they do, I'm not kidding, is they will think of titles and thumbnails before of the video. Before the video concept, they will think of what they want the thumbnail and the title to be.
Genius.
And it's like, it's an exercise. I don't really do that. Like, I think of videos first for the most part, but I try to like incorporate that thought process. Like, why would people want to click on this video? Like, what makes someone actually want to watch a YouTube video? And with the RuneScape audience, I'm still figuring it out. Like, a lot of my videos with very minimal editing and just very long form RuneScape content, they have my highest watch time metrics. People just like watching them. I don't know. I guess maybe because they're too busy 3-tick fishing to click off of the video or something.
Yeah,
I haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah. See, you know what? Maybe for this video, for this Sae Bae Cast, just this one, like for no other ones, I will just have some sick thumbnail and some crazy ass title just for this one. People won't even know what they're watching before they click it.
Please do. The Sae Bae Cast 19, gone wrong, gone sexual.
I'll put doll blush in like the corner. I'll put you in the middle. I'll put some other. I'll put fucking exact there, like completing the Inferno on his. Yeah, just some random shit.
Can you put Elliot's green bathing suit photo?
Yes. Jesus Christ, dude. That shit's ingrained in my mind. I kid you not. I had a. This sounds really creepy. It's not meant to be creepy, but when I see images that like really stick in my mind, I dream about them. And
I'm flattered.
Yeah, so I'm not going to go into the details of the dream, but I'll just say you and Elliot were in my dream. You had different facial structures because you know how dreams are like warped.
Yeah, dreams are weird.
Yeah, but you guys were in those, and kind of terrifying. Like, I'm not going to go into it, of course, but
I'm, like I said, very, very flattered. It's as well as being in your dreams. We're also plastered all over Defy's Discord. So. I'm used to it at this point. People, like, I've been tagged in like 5 different tweets where people have like edited that photo to like be some dumb meme. I'm like, how many people have this downloaded onto their computer? Like, did I make a terrible mistake?
Yeah, you gotta. You're kind of new to the whole thing. Like, damn, you are just like, I don't know if flamboyant's the right word, but you are just out there, dude. Like, I swear, you popped into the community and you were just like, you're pushing limits. Like, you're pushing limits that nobody's ever like even thought of. Like, first
my attitude is generally just fuck it. That's kind of how I think about things.
Yeah, and you know that's shit, man. People love that. People love the confidence, the fucking no limits. Just do whatever you want and like don't apologize for it. You know. Because what would have been really cringe is if it had been posted and then somebody posts something weird and then you just fucking delete it because then it's like, Jesus Christ, what happened?
Yeah, that would have been even weirder. But
so you just fucking own it. It's awesome.
Funny thing about that picture is a lot of people ask me if I just had that on hand. The answer is absolutely fucking not. I saw that tweet when I was about to go to the gym and I was like, no way, I have that swimsuit. I know what I have to do. So I literally undressed out of my gym clothes. They're on the floor by my feet in that photo. You can't see it. And I put that suit on. I took a picture, uploaded it to Twitter, and then just went to the gym. And I didn't check it until I got back. And I was like, oh god, people seem to like that. Maybe a little too much.
I don't know if I should have posted this, but it's now on my end. I quickly found it. I literally just the first 2 media posts on your Twitter are Indy Fox and you.
Nice. Well, Indy Fox, I am single, so she's listening to the Sae Bae Cast.
Jesus Christ. So
maybe I'll link it to her.
Yeah, no, I mean, shit, dude. She put you on. You had your name on her arm, like her whatever the fuck,
her special
right arm.
Dude,
yeah, her special arm. That's awesome, dude. That's yeah.
Actually, I went back into her stream. I was like, yo, can you give a shout out for the boys? And she like, I'm pretty sure she had no fucking clue who I was. I don't think she remembered me at all.
But she saw that verified badge.
She saw the verified badge, which works wonders in just chatting. You're so correct.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried. She gave the clan a shout out, but she turned off clips. So I couldn't post it,
shit.
unfortunately.
Yeah, that verified badge. What do you think about it? I mean, just overall, it's pretty fucking nice. You get
It's good and bad.
okay. What's the bad part about it?
Good and I actually like low key lurking in streams. Like if I'm in a bigger stream, like if I'm in like Will stream or something, I turn off my badge and I just shit post memes and like emotes.
Savage.
And people like don't they usually don't catch on because the chat moves pretty quick. But if you have the badge on, then like everyone like ats you and just says weird things. And sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I feel like weird about that when I go into another person's stream
and then you kind of make it about you almost.
I feel like like I don't know. I feel like the other person thinks I'm trying to make it about me just by like typing. And like I don't mind if people say hi to me on their streams. Like I think that's cool. But when people start asking me things about like
when are you streaming?
Like, well, yeah, hey, are you streaming tonight?
Yeah,
like when's the next video? Like
shut up.
Like what is this, a tasty waiting room? Like please stop. Like please.
Because no. You're a good person. You're a sensitive individual. I appreciate that. You understand like this can be kind of offensive to the streamer. I think
yeah exactly.
And
like maybe the viewers don't really get that, but I feel like
they don't
should, man. I feel like it's not that hard.
Listen, they don't understand. And you want to know why? Because I didn't understand when I wasn't a streamer. I would literally...
Interesting.
Because I vividly remember back in like 2016, I think I've probably made a few comments to people's streams like, wow, you're averaging a lot more viewers. And I thought it was like a flattering thing to say that. Or like, I don't know if I ever said, man, you're not pulling that many viewers today. I don't think I ever said that. But even when it looks like a positive thing, like, hey, like, look at your viewer number. You're doing well. Like, it's just something the streamer doesn't want to even.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
It's just weird.
It's a little strange.
Like, yeah, it's a little like off-putting. Just kind of like, just don't even talk about it. Don't even bring it up. And I feel like viewers can't fully understand the full picture without having streamed.
Yeah, no, I think I'm learning very quickly kind of like what it means really to be a streamer, and it is so much different than I thought it was going to be. I mean, it is, I don't know, you just can't understand unless you actively have like streamed to like a decent audience. I don't know, it's a very weird dynamic.
So how is streaming RuneScape? Like, because you basically stream RuneScape, correct? Like you haven't done any IRL streams yet, correct?
No. So, I mean, I'm not like opposed to doing it. I probably will in the future, but for now we're just doing RuneScape.
So what did you think it would be kind of weird playing a game that has zero like you're just fucking grinding RuneScape? Does it work out better than you thought? Because I'll be honest. This is nice.
That's a complicated question. So when I started streaming, I was like, oh, like I'm just gonna fucking game on RuneScape, and like maybe some people will watch me, and I'll talk to them. And I was like, so in my mind, streaming was me playing the game, right? That's what I was focused on when I started streaming. But as I got more and more people watching me, I started to realize that when you're streaming, it is not at all about you playing the game. It's about you interacting with the people in the chat. The game is very much secondary. The game is very, very much secondary to me at this point. So I don't know. Like I said earlier before we were recording, I don't really play RuneScape for fun anymore. Like I feel like I'm wasting content, right? It sounds weird to say that, but if I'm playing and I'm not recording a video or streaming, I feel like I'm just wasting content. So in a way, it's like I am obligated. I'm like, I don't know.
This is work now. Like playing the game is like, it's your job.
Yeah, it's my job.
You're a natural content creator. That's what, like, you got that where it's like you're playing the game and you're thinking of like, or you're not even playing the game. You're imagining yourself playing the game and thinking of what you can create. And like, shit, man, like that's what it takes to be a good content creator. Is like, it's no longer about you just playing your game and like making an excuse to just play the game.
It's not your game. It's no longer your game. If you're trying to be full time, like people have asked me this already, and I'm like, bro, I just started like a week ago. But if you're trying to do full time content creation, this game no longer belongs to you, right? It belongs to your audience.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to do what you want to do. Like if it was me, if I was unemployed, if I had $1 billion and I like didn't stream or do any sort of content creation, I would probably log on to RuneScape and just fucking grind out really boring bossing pets all day. Like I wouldn't do anything. I would just play fucking RuneScape the way I wanted to. But now I feel like I'm pressured to, and not like in a bad way. I don't want to make it sound like it's a bad thing, but I feel like I have to keep the content interesting. Like I can't really have like a lull in my stream because I feel like shit when my viewers drop. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that feeling.
Yeah.
And I know it's like part of a natural part of the process, but when I see a peak of viewers near the end of like a TOB or something, and it's like cresting 600, I'm like, oh fuck yeah. And then we get nothing. We don't get any loot. We go by the bank and like we have to take a pee break or whatever, and I come back and we're like 100 viewers down.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh shit. So
isn't that okay? So listen, I just need to interrupt you because
yeah, please.
I find it's so funny because I can imagine 2 months ago you couldn't even like imagine having like pulling 300 400 viewers.
Oh,
and
not
like,
even.
you were just like, dude, if I could just get to that point, like we're good, like forever, basically. But it's always funny because it doesn't matter at what viewer point you're at. I used to see this a lot before I ever got partnered. Was as long as I was like increasing my like actual live viewers, it felt good. Even if I was like 50% down from my average, as long as I was like upping it, it was like, oh, I'm doing something right. Even though it's like. Most of the time, it has nothing to do with you. It just has to do with like the viewer leaves the stream for whatever reason,
Yeah, it's the dopamine button. You got to keep clicking it, and once it's at a certain point, you can't go back down because there's no more dopamine under that level. You have to keep clicking the button.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I totally understand the. You just dip. You dip like 2 viewers, and you're like, "What am I fucking doing wrong? Like, what am I doing wrong, man?" Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, I remember streaming. When new content comes out or something, or like Wooks is live, or a bunch of other people are live, and you're like, damn, why am I like not at my average viewers? And you don't really see the full picture. Like, dude, the fucking RuneScape community, like everyone's streaming it right now. You got like some big dogs streaming. Like, there's so many factors besides just you taking a piss break.
Yeah. I mean, there really is, and it's like you said, it's kind of hard to really see the full picture all the time. So it's definitely something I'm working on, but it's always in the back of my mind. I'm like, number go up good. So I guess I really am a RuneScape player at heart. Number go up good.
So, I mean, yeah, you're like, do you have any like goals in the game now, or are you just pretty much like full content creator mode where it's just like, fuck my actual like desire to play this game. Let's just push out content. Like, is that like what's in your mind right now?
So before I did any content creation and I maxed, I was all about pet hunting, which like it's decent content for stream. People seem to like that kind of stuff, but that's what I was all about was pet hunting. And then when I started getting any sort of notoriety on YouTube and Twitch, it flipped completely. I was like, only content. If I'm playing, I have to be making a video or something like that. And now I'm kind of ebbing back towards I want to do something on stream that I actually is like an intrinsic goal of mine. Otherwise, I'm going to get extremely burnt very quickly doing shit I don't want to do in the game. Yeah. Just expressly for the pleasure of the viewers, I guess. But one thing I kind of started to realize more and more is that people are generally there to like hang out with me. Like, it's not about the content. Like, I would always do a bunch of viewer TOBs like in the past month or so because I was like, people want to do TOB. They want to like raid with me. And then I was like, okay, I'm kind of burnt to TOB. Let's just go back. Let's just start pet hunting like I used to. My viewers are exactly the same. So it's not really about what you do. It's more about how you do it and who you are. So I don't know. I'm finding the balance right now between what I actually want to do in RuneScape, what my goals are, and what I think is good content for streamer YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're relatively, compared to most streamers, especially streamers that are pulling your numbers. A lot of them have streamed for years. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm very, very new. And
yeah,
I don't take that for granted, but it's really a kind of trial by fire at this point. I'm definitely thrown into the deep end.
yeah. Just give it a couple years because you're in here for the long haul. You went full time, quit your fucking job. How was quitting your job, by the way? Was there some cool story about that?
Yeah, okay. So people always ask me what I did. Kind of similar to what we were talking about earlier. I definitely experienced that kind of postgraduate burnout a little bit. The realization that, like, what the fuck am I going to do for the rest of my life?
Yep.
When I first graduated college, I had a degree in theoretical linguistics with a minor in speech hearing science, which is like, if I wanted to get a job with linguistics, basically I'm a linguistics professor. That's what I am. Speech hearing science is more so the actual applied side of it. So I was considering audiology, going into audiology, which is like ear doctor, more or less.
Interesting.
It's a doctorate program. It's a post grad. It's very difficult. It's very selective. I don't know if I would have gotten in, and it's very expensive. So, I mean, I was considering doing that. In the meantime, I worked as a personal trainer. I worked at a couple gyms, just for probably like 6 months. Lived with my parents after college. I live with my mom. Just doing nothing, literally playing RuneScape, working like 3 days a week because, I didn't have bills to pay and I just graduated. I was like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? And then obviously, like, my parents started pressuring me to like get a real job. And like, I was like, yeah, fuck, I got to get a real job. I got to move out of here. Can't be living with my mom for my whole life.
Yeah.
So I got a job in like sales and marketing. Basically, I started off as like, it was just low level sales, cold calling all day, which is, oh god, it's
yeah, fuck,
it's brutal. It's a brutal job. Have you done that? Have you done any of
so
that?
I never actually worked in those. I mainly worked like manual labor, just like lifting boxes and fucking dealing with metal and shit. I worked at a metal factory, I worked at Target, I worked at Dollar Tree, those kind of shit jobs. So yeah. But I do know what a call center kind of entails because I had a bunch of friends that worked them and I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah, no, it's a brutal job. Which every time I feel like, complaining about anything in the streaming or RuneScape life, I'm like, well, I could be back there, earning $16 an hour, like barely able to pay my rent. But yeah, I did that, and to my credit, I lasted pretty long. The company that I work for is actually probably slightly better than most call centers, but it was still dog shit and run by giant idiots. And we were very expendable as like bottom tier employees there. The average turnover time for an employee, I shit you not, was less than 3 months before people would quit.
That's actually a long time, I feel like. But I mean, yeah, for most jobs.
Dude, I don't know, man. For like I guess for a sales job, that's probably about on target. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I stuck that out for a year, and then they finally promoted me to a job that I thought was going to be better. It was better pay. It was like actually more hands-on. I got to like understand how marketing works and do shit like that. Turns out it was probably worse. It was I probably hated it even more, even though most people like wanted to be promoted to that next position. People who were internally promoted kind of got stiffed on how much they're being paid and like target goals, things like that. But
was yours like a commission based, or was it just specifically hour?
So we had hourly, and then we had commission on top of it.
Okay.
So it was fair.
Yeah.
Your on target earnings were like 60,000 or 55,000 or something like that, which is like for Arizona, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's obviously it's not great, but no one hit their fucking on target earnings. Like we probably had like 100 employees did that job, and maybe 20% of them would hit that. But yeah, it was burnout city. The only saving grace is that I had a lot of really good friends in there that we would do all day is talk shit about the job and everyone we hated and all the managers we hated.
Well, that's
and that's what
awesome.
got me
Working with
through.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm still really good friends with all of them too. Like we still hang out. So that was kind of my post college life, and then it came to a head um, during the good old Rona. We started working from home last March, and that was when I literally just I started not doing a single fucking thing. Like I would just fake calls all day and play RuneScape. And so like my metrics looked like they were decent. I had enough metrics so the bosses would just not get on my ass, and I would be killing giant mole all day. I had 9,000 giant mole kills during my
Jesus
time working
Christ.
there, all on the clock, by the way.
Savage.
It was the best decision of my life. But yeah, then like I stopped like actually making sales and like talking to people. And like it was pretty noticeable that I did not give a shit. And I was just so sick of it, so sick of the whole environment, waking up at 6:30 in the morning to call people that didn't want to talk to me.
Yeah.
And so I just quit. I was just like, yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Later. And yeah, that was my last like real job. So I was probably unemployed for like a few months, and my savings were running thin. And yeah, I was definitely born with a bit of a silver spoon in my mouth, and so my dad has like a private equity company. So I was like, Dad, let me work for you, please. I need some sort of like income to get me through here. So I started working for him, doing like low level financial analysis, which ended up being even more work than my old job. I thought I was going to be, just kind of good old nepotism,
yeah.
pay me a salary and I don't have to do anything. But it was kind of the opposite. I actually had to work a shit ton. And it was arguably much harder than my previous job, but it was all like spreadsheets and stuff. It wasn't talking to actually most of the people that I talked to were pretty racist because they're all like general contractors. So it was better that I didn't have to talk to those people. But yeah, during that point, I started making RuneScape content. That was when I started. And yeah, when it started really taking off, like February, March, I was like, I guess like I could do this full time. If I can do this full time, I absolutely will. Like this is great. Like it really is comparatively to any other job I could have. It's incredible.
Yep.
So my dad wasn't my direct boss, but like he's the owner. So like I was like, Dad, I'm gonna make more money streaming, YouTubing. I'm gonna be comfortable. And I like, I'm not really passionate about private equity, like I am about content creation. And he was very understanding. So it wasn't like a big thing.
Yeah.
Like everyone knew that I was quitting to be a giant nerd and play RuneScape. But my whole family is pretty supportive about it.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it wasn't like a big thing. It was like, oh, okay, like go do this.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that sometimes you think, because like every job, like anything, it's always gonna have you're gonna have to put effort into it. So like, even RuneScape creation, it's like, even if it's just funny because like, you have those thoughts where it's like, oh man, like this is kind of stressful. I got to come out with like some content or I got to do something. But then you think of like any other job and you're like, yeah, this is pretty fucking comfy.
Yeah. I mean, you really can't complain.
Yeah. And the best part is like you're now like you are your business. Like you are like growing yourself, which is the most rewarding thing ever. When you're growing your own name, you're growing your own thing, and it's just there is nothing else attached to it. You're just growing yourself, and you're not working for some other person that's benefiting off of your work.
Yeah. No one to answer to. Everything you make is entirely your own equity. It's very rewarding in a lot of ways. It's very scary in a lot of ways.
Very risky.
It is. Yeah, it's risky. It's definitely. It's very stressful at times.
Yep.
But overall,
nothing's guaranteed. You're not making a salary or anything. It's just
exactly. Yeah. Overall, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. You understand like just how blessed, stars have aligned, and now, and you're fucking taking advantage of it. So that's the biggest thing. Like, people can have opportunities, but if they don't capitalize on it, it's
and I'm definitely trying to remain, grateful. every day is another day where, you know, I don't know. It's just very strange, man. It's also new to me. So
Yeah.
weird.
Well, shit, man. It's good. I'm glad I got to like, now I can see the bigger picture of Tasty and just
Yeah.
kind of how it all
And
came to be.
this is Max as a person. This is not Tasty as a character on the podcast. So
So your name is
but
Max.
my name is Max. Yeah.
Okay. Well, nice to fucking meet you. I'm Sater.
Nice to meet you, Sater. But yeah, that's also another question I get is like, is it like all an act? Like, are you a character on screen? And the answer to that is no, not really. I mean, who I am on stream is me, but I'm louder and I enunciate more clearly. That's literally it.
Yeah.
That is stream me.
Yeah. No, and you got to do that. If you were truly yourself on stream, dude, I'd be fucking sitting in my underwear, eating a slice of pizza, like not saying anything. That would be the true me. But
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
you got to put on some sort of, appearance when you're like on stream.
Yeah,
That's just natural.
and it's actually really draining to me too, because like I was saying, I'm pretty introverted, so like social activity, which I mean streaming is like socializing in a way, and like it's also not in another way.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of like effort for me when I get off stream. I turn off everything. I don't say a fucking word for like 2 hours. I just gorge on some like pizza or some shit or a gyro or McDonald's, and I just kind of decompress. So
Yeah.
it's
just
hard for me
take
to
off
stream
all your
for
clothes and just
time.
fucking lay down for a little bit.
TBH, I stream in my pajamas anyway.
Yeah. And the Max Cape.
And the Max Cape. People love the Max Cape, which
Yeah.
so do I. So
Where'd you get that, by the way?
A guy on Etsy. His name is like Wiz Anthony, I think. I don't know. There's a command for it in my stream because people always ask. But yeah, just some guy on Etsy.
Looks comfy.
It's actually pretty warm.
Is it smelly now?
You know what's funny is it smelled like cigarettes when I got it. I opened the package and it just reeked of cigarettes. I was like, oh man. Now it actually smells slightly better, believe it or not. Yeah, and I wore it out for that video picking up girls, and that was like probably February, so it was fucking cold outside. But with that thing on, I was actually pretty warm. I could see why people wore capes back in the day.
So here's the real question: when is the Tasty Gym video?
People want the Tasty Gym video. I'm not going to spoil anything. I do have a couple ideas in the works. I'm gathering the supplies necessary for an IRL fitness style video soon. You guys will see. I'm not going to spoil anything. And I'll be honest, like it's one of those videos where I actually don't think it's going to do that well. Because it's an IRL video.
Yeah, you're already imagining the analytics side now. This is gonna fucking
like
fail.
it's not gonna be a video for money. It's gonna be like more of a passion project.
That's
I'm
awesome.
extremely like grateful in the fact that Twitch is like my income right now. I don't make dick from YouTube.
Yeah, before a sponsorship, it's just fucking like pennies. I swear.
Yeah, and I've turned down to quite a few sponsorships, just for several reasons, but yeah, it's more of like a passion project. It's more a video that I think people should see rather than me going through all of the revenue and just adding in 3 ad spots throughout the video to farm clicks and pennies. But yeah, it's in the works. I will say that it is in the works.
Well, shit, I'm excited for it.
You should be.
Okay. Oh, I am. Trust me, I am. And you're gonna be wearing that like one piece, correct, during the whole thing?
Yeah. Throughout the whole thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Guess we'll go into some of these topics. Thank you guys for contributing to the thread. So let's pull it up here. By the way, guys, every single week when we have a Sae Bae Cast, feel free to click the link below. Also follow Tasty. All of his links, his YouTube and everything will be in the description. So be sure to click on all those and follow and subscribe.
Follow my Instagram. I want a blue check mark, please.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Follow his Instagram. I'll be following it as well. But yeah, thank you guys for like the continued. I know we got like the regulars on here that regularly post topics. I appreciate it. So just don't be embarrassed, guys. If you guys have something to add, like a topic, just put it in there. We'll cover it most likely, as long as it's not like fucking weird. I mean, even the weird ones, like we'll fucking.
There's
cover.
A couple weird ones in there. I'm always down to cover the weird ones.
Okay, so Hemsky asks, How tasty OSRS really is. I don't fucking know what.
Yes, my answer to that is yes,
Yes.
and that's all I'm gonna say on the topic.
All right.
Wait, what? Wait, what was it?
He literally just says,
how
tasty.
OSRS really is. Does he mean how tasty am I? Is that the intended question?
How tasty OSRS really? I'm assuming it means who. I think he missed the W. I want to say
tasty OSRS really is.
that would make more sense, right?
I don't know, man. What is the self? That's a really
whatever you feel
he
like.
Is a philosopher, my guy. Holy shit.
This tweet has energy, so whatever the energy is coming to you, like how do you answer it?
I don't think I could answer it with words. I think this is more of a metaphorical. It's more of a feeling. If I could meet Hemsky IRL and we could do some eye gazing, then he would really receive my answer. But it's too metaphysical for me to put into any sort of words. They're very constrictive.
All right, thank you very much, Hemsky, for your question. Okay, P-Sax asks, what kind of Lambo space shuttle do you have? And thoughts on Tasty taking a picture in front of his Lambo just for an emote.
Shout out B-Sax. He actually made me a Tasty Lambo emote probably that same day. I don't know when he posted that question, but I do have a Tasty Lambo emote, and it is it's an LP640. So that's the kind of Lambo I own, and I have a SpaceX shuttle. So yeah.
Well, that's fucking sexy. Shout out fucking P-Sax. Underrated content creator. Fucking love the guy.
Very underrated. Shout out P6.
All right. Some of these are just weird, but okay. Anja, what's the whole? You see 42's comment on your end. He says Anja hot tub stream, please. I do want to see a hot tub stream.
Anja, that's like on God, please do a hot tub
Okay, so
stream.
Anja is just like another sound.
Yeah, it's like saying on God. I think it's from like some Rastafarian. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not kidding. I will legitimately do a hot tub stream when I hit 50,000 YouTube subs. I will, or maybe earlier if I can get some content creators to come down to Arizona. I will unironically, I pinky promise, do a hot tub stream. I don't own a hot tub. We're gonna have to figure that one out later, but I will definitely do it.
Dude, I think hot tub stream is like that, kind of like that untapped potential you were talking about.
Exactly.
Where it's like, yeah,
it's just too good. It's for the memes. But you know what? Maybe now that I'm thinking about it, I'll probably have to capitalize on it sooner rather than later. In case they make it some sort of weird TOS thing, but or maybe it goes out of fashion. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I don't think it'll ever be TOS. Nah, no way. There's too much money involved.
There is so much money involved, dude. You see those e-girl streams, bro? It's fucking wild. You go in the just chatting section, the top 5, every single one of them, hot tub.
Dude, I'm seeing girls like have inflatable hot tubs in their bedroom. Like in the background, there's their bed and their dresser, and then there's a fucking inflatable pool.
They got a fucking kiddie pool, dude.
In their room. Like, Jesus.
Yo, I respect the hustle. I do. I really do.
Yeah. God, what Twitch has become, man.
Yeah, well, it's the Twitch chat, man. The Twitch chat gets what the Twitch chat wants.
Yes.
Right? They control destiny. And God fucking damn, Twitch chat can be weird as hell.
So we expect a hot tub stream. And so when do you, I mean, shit, you already surpassed 25K subs. How much longer do you think? I mean, you don't need to like say an exact date, but I mean, shit, when are you thinking? This summer?
Yeah, probably when it gets nice and warm. We'll give it a month or two, maybe May.
Fuck yeah.
We'll set the date for May. I'll try to get some people out here. I'll fly them out.
That's fucking awesome, dude. I'm excited for that.
Joke. I will do that.
I want to see a Inferno completion in a hot tub, world first.
Oh my god.
I want to see that shit. That's tough.
That's some Rendy shit.
I want the bubbles on and everything. Dude, you got to fly Rendy down. That's what you got to do.
Bubbles. I'm not even kidding. I was actually thinking about doing that. I was going to DM him and be like, yo, I will fly you out to my city and we can make content together because I think Rendy is a fucking genius. I think he has some of the best content on the planet. He streams on okay, well shit. I don't want to. He's so out there, dude.
He is like, so out there, dude, bro. He's riding a fucking stationary bike with fucking, I don't even know what's in the background. It is crazy. I don't know what's happening.
I've seen his streams, dude. He's crazy.
Yeah, I want to see I want to see him on a stationary bike inside of a hot tub, completing a 3 combat fire cape.
3 combat fire.
I want to
cape
see
in
that
a hot
shit.
tub. Then we'd have to keep the hot tub out there for a while. Those things take like all day. It's like 24 hours.
Yeah, no, that his fucking feet are gonna be like pruned. I want to see
and his quads are gonna be jacked from the bike.
Oh yeah. All right. He also asks, do you think memes actually influence gameplay? And could that be used for good? He gives an example. Do enough folks change what they do because of quote unquote laugh my ass off inventory tags and quote unquote fuck the ballista at LMS? And could this be turned so folks start ripping out RAM sticks?
Oh God, RAM sticks. Just a disclaimer. Please don't rip out your RAM sticks. It does not do what you think it does. Don't worry about that part, but don't rip out your RAM sticks.
Just rip it out partly. I mean, it's low RAM. It's not no RAM.
Yeah, it's low. Exactly.
Just unplug it a little bit. You'll be fine.
I wonder how many people take that seriously. Probably too many. Anyway, do memes actually influence gameplay? I mean, yeah, I don't even know if I would just say memes, but the community perception in general, like inventory tags bad. People will roast you for using inventory tags, and that's why probably a lot of people don't use inventory tags. So, yes, very much so. But I don't know, it's one of those weird things where it's like, why do people hate certain things so much? Like inventory tags like look kind of goofy. But people legitimately get angry over things like inventory tags and animation smoothing.
Yeah, very passionate. It becomes their personality.
Very See, that's what I was gonna bring up. Is like if you go into someone's stream and your first comment is like, "Why do you have animation smoothing on?" I will actually ban you. I will actually ban you. Like that. That is one of the things that like legitimately gets under my skin is when people. Literally their whole personality is based on their like or dislike of a certain fucking RuneScape mechanic. And it's like, my God, this is a children's game that's 20 years old and you're watching an adult play it in front of you and you have the audacity to get your fucking sticky nerd fingers and criticize like some stupid mechanic. Oh, I don't know, dude. It just,
you will ban them and I will keck W. I will keck W.
I will ban them. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, things like that definitely do have the ability to, and I can't really think of any other examples in the greater RuneScape area, but yeah, it's kind of cringe. Community. It's cringe, yeah, something cringe.
Yeah, it reminds me of like politics, where like I mean, I swear, I got Tinder. I don't want to go into my whole like fucking
nice,
romantic life or shit. Fucking wish I had. No, listen, I got Tinder, and because I live in Alabama, it's very like, and it was
so you can match with your cousin.
Yep, or just straight up sibling. It's pretty cool. No,
nice.
but it's like it was at the time when Biden became president, and there's a bunch of like super crazy conservatives and also super crazy liberals, and their whole dating profile is like their political like anger, and it's just like it is the cringiest thing ever. Like where I'm, hooking up with a chick that like her whole thing is like how great Trump is or fuck Trump. It's like, Jesus Christ, can't you just like have like a normal bio?
But yeah, it's one of those like deeply psychological things where it's like us good, them bad.
Yes.
And it takes over your kind of sphere of judgment pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, I can I think memes probably do influence gameplay. I mean, to be fair, like just fucking play the game, honestly. But yeah, I see what you mean when somebody's first
play the game. So true.
Somebody's first thing is literally like laugh my ass off. You're playing with inventory tags. Like, who the fuck cares?
If somebody, I don't know. I have just a meme channel point reward for enabling inventory tags because people get really upset, and I have everything tagged just incorrectly. Like I have like 3 staminas tagged. I have my rune pouch tagged. Like all my gear, my red gear is tagged red,
dude,
and then everything else is just tagged random colors.
I don't think you were actually on Twitch yet, but you have never. I don't think you've ever seen a cold one Inferno stream with like the meme Inferno. Have you ever seen that?
I
Where
don't think so. No.
every single thing in the game is somehow highlighted. Like everything. Like he has got so you know how you can right click on like your skills tab and like add to canvas, like your fucking XP? He has
like a giant.
Every single thing is filled up. Every single, like he has like colors on every tile. He's got every single inventory tag possible. He's made the whole screen basically like inverted colors. Like he's got everything.
That is beautiful.
Yeah,
that is truly beautiful.
And it's a Justicure cape, so he cannot pray. He just prays. He just camps mage prayer, and he runs around. But damn, those are like literal gold streams. He does it on like his 24-hour streams.
Jesus Christ,
they're fucking gold. I don't know if he'll do anymore because
I've only seen him do Tob.
Yeah, he used to be an Inferno Andy. Now I think he's just a Tob Andy.
He's a solo Tob Andy.
And speaking of a cold one, he actually asks, "Will you attempt solo Tob?"
I would actually love to attempt solo Tob. I would. I don't know. I feel like it'd be hard to find the time because I would have to. It's a huge time investment. And I would want to make content out of it if I'm going to spend that much time. But I legitimately don't know, like what kind of video I would make. I guess I could just practice it on stream. But I actually try to shy away from doing really difficult things on stream, because it really kind of either I talk to the chat the whole time and just die immediately, or I completely ignore the chat.
Yep.
And game hard, and like both of those are losing options.
Yeah.
Like neither of those are good. But back pocket, I would love to try solo Tob as long as Cold One teaches me.
All right, you heard that, a Cold One. He needs a teacher.
I need a teacher.
His second question, and this is very important apparently: pineapple on pizza.
Okay. Oh, I'm so glad he asked this. It's literally the same thing as inventory tags. Who gives a fuck? Why is your whole personality based on a fucking pizza topping? Like, holy shit, just eat food. Don't be a little bitch. Like, not you, Cold One, but just people in general. The fuck is wrong with you? Like, my God. Who cares? Dude, I actually get so upset. I get so upset when people have heavy opinions on pineapples on pizza.
You haven't answered the question. You haven't answered. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I won't order it, but I'll eat it.
Yeah, it is.
That's my answer.
It is funny when shit, you're calling out. You're fucking throwing it back at him. I like it. This is a true Sae Bae Cast. Because we get asked this shit a lot.
Answer to that. I want to know his answer.
You already know the answer. When people ask that, they fucking hate pineapple. Nobody that likes pineapple would ever ask that. Or am I wrong? Yeah, now I'm trying to think. Who asks that loves pineapple on pizza? Nobody.
I guess you're right. I think you're right. He's only asking that so he can flame people who answer they do like pineapple on pizza.
That has to be it.
He's locked and loaded. My man is ready to flame. That's what it is.
Okay, I'm gonna just answer it. Pineapple on pizza can be good, but the pineapple cannot be like wet and raw on it. Because I've had a pineapple pizza where like the pizza's not cooked because they're scared of burning the pineapple. Like they're scared of like, and then the whole pizza becomes this raw shit.
Yeah, and then like the acidic pineapple juice leaks out and like gets all over the cheese.
Yeah, it's gross. But pineapple on pizza can be amazing. Shish kebabs are also fucking amazing.
Shish kebabs are fucking dank.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cold One, for your questions. I really appreciate those. Yeah. Really great.
Yeah. I mean, he's been on a Sae Bae Cast. Even if he fucking knows the drill, you can. Okay. Linda, very humble Linda. Coldsy doesn't have a Twitter, so Linda, these are two of my mods in my stream. Coldsy wanted to ask something, but he didn't have a Twitter. And to be fair, if you don't post on the Twitter and you post somewhere else, I'm probably just going to forget about it. But Coldsy is asking, you each get to design one pet. What would it look like, metamorphosis or not? How would you obtain it? Skilling PVM challenges.
Okay. So obviously we would need like some sort of new content to generate a new pet. It would not be a minigame. I hate minigame pets. I think they're stupid. I'm infuriated that the fucking Soul Wars pet was added. Like PvP, gross. Am I right?
I was just drinking. Fucking hell. Dude, I'm actually, I have like, I keep getting more notifications about this fucking tweet I posted about PvP related shit, and it's getting me like anxious. But yeah,
we can. I can say dumb things about PvP later to generate a lot of chatters on
activity,
Twitch.
generate
I have
activity. There you go. That's
yeah,
a better word.
I have zero real opinions because I've never PvP'd. But back to the pet, I would like it. I like boss pets because then you could boss and do shit. I don't like skilling pets because I feel like they take too many hours and they're boring. I do like metamorphosis pets. That's fucking tight. But I also like it when there's like a challenge to receive them. Like the Dusted Omelet is one of my absolute favorite pets in the entire game. That and like the Corp pet and like the Vedion pet are probably my top three. So I would say like a non-metamorphosis pet standard, but you can unlock a metamorphosis from some boss, like preferably raid. Just give us raids 3. That's all I want. From raids 3, and it would look like a really thick anime girl with giant milkers.
We need that. Please. We need that. You know what I want? And we've talked about it on a bunch of Sae Bae Casts. I want the Tob challenge mode. I want that. I want that.
So cool.
I want a miniature bloat following me with flies.
That's what I'm saying. The mini bloat would be the best one, or a blood spawn that actually leaves a trail and hurts people.
Yeah,
I want that for the GE.
Lane was talking about that one. She wants the tomato, and then she was talking about having it leave a trail and how it would like fucking crash the game worlds because there's so much fucking blood everywhere. It like just never despawns. Imagine that. People are playing. What's that game called? Like the little game where like you make your little paint trails and then like you can steal other people's paint by like.
Oh, I know what
you're
talking about.
I used to play Crash Bash. Crash Bash had it. It was like this fucking pogo stick where you're painting the like tiles. Nobody fucking knows what I'm talking about. But there was a game called Crash Bash on the PlayStation 1, and you fucking pogo stick around with Crash Bandicoot, and you're making these like blood trails basically, but it's paint. What is that game called? Like
I know what you're talking. It's like a there's like Agario, which is pretty similar in concept. I feel like I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know the game you're talking about, but I know what it is.
So like the whole, you know how there's like an update every week or some shit where it would reset everything. The goal is to paint the entire world blood spawns. Like, you know, wouldn't that be fun? Or fuck.
Okay, this is kind of a tangential question. What would you like to see from a challenge mode Tob? How rare would the metamorphosis be? Would it be like Chambers where it's pretty fucking rare? And would it be difficult?
This is what would be cool. You know, you can make a sort of challenging TOB, or you could just make a fucking impossible mode where you just complete it once and you get the unlock, but it is fucking hard. It's like, you know how they're coming out with like the combat achievements and they're going to have like perfect runs or whatever.
Yeah.
I think something that would be cool is like you have to do your team has to do like a perfect run, whatever that entails. You know, obviously perfection at like Nyla Room is kind of weird, but whatever their fucking requirements are for a perfect run, something like that, where it's like you just have to do a perfect TOB, maybe 5-man, maybe just any team size, whatever, and then you get the unlock. Instead of it being like, and again, this is just an idea. It doesn't have to be this, but I think that would almost be cooler, sort of like the Inferno, where you get the Infernal Cave as soon as you complete it once. Something at like that level where it's like,
it's like insanely hard.
Yeah, not just get lucky your first fucking challenge mode and get the unlock.
Yeah, that is the name of pet hunting, though, is just getting fucking lucky. I don't know. I actually would prefer to see the opposite. I feel like I would prefer to see something that is not like impossibly hard, but it's like noticeably more difficult. There's more added mechanics. Maybe things hit harder in general. I feel like that's good for like repeat content where, you know, like the 6 Jazz transmog, I beat 6 Jads in an hour and then it was done. And then I was completely out of content and it was over. Where I feel like a challenge mode Tob, if they're not going to give us raids 3, at least gives us some potential new content to farm.
That's true.
Maybe they could even have more rewards than just like a transmog for the pet.
I revert my previous thing too, because now I'm thinking about it. It's literally just going to be reset mode. It's just going to be like, oh,
Yeah,
fucked up,
it's
reset.
City.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Didn't consider that. But
Yeah,
what would you want the rate to be? Because the pet's one in 650, right?
Yeah, so I think the pet rate is great for Tob. I hate the pet rate for Chambers, and I got really fucking lucky on it. I think the Chambers pet is far too rare.
It's pretty fucking rare.
It's like efficiently, it's like 600 to 800 hours. It's a long pet.
Yeah.
It's kind of bullshit, but the challenge mode Dust, I think it's still pretty rare. It's not the worst. But Tob is a lot shorter, so I guess you have to take that into account. I think honestly, one out of man, I don't know. It's kind of difficult because it's like you can do challenge modes without having the pet, and you can also get the pet in challenge mode.
Yeah.
So if it's the same way in the TOB one, I feel like the transmog should be equal drop rate to
that would make sense.
Yeah, pretty equal.
So what do you,
because by the time you get to the pet rate in general, like you'd probably have both.
So what are your thoughts on like what would it entail? I mean, you're saying like bosses hit harder and shit, but like
yeah, so I don't want just like artificial difficulty, just like that. Like someone mentioned for like a challenge mode, you could have it so where you don't like regen your stats after every room. I think that would be kind of shit.
That's just obnoxious. Yeah, that's just
that's that's really obnoxious.
Yeah, that's just tedious.
Not that, but like actual mechanics. I can't even think of anything off the bat. But obviously, more health, probably more damage, just like a challenge mode. The thing that I don't like about challenge mode Chambers is that there are no new mechanics. It's literally just
everything's
every
tankier.
room copy pasted. Everything's just tankier. It just takes longer. It's just banking simulator with a shit bank that you have to access. So I'm not a giant fan of challenge modes, but if they were to do, I don't know, like maybe guaranteed blood spawns, maybe like different kind of blood spawns. I don't know. Fuck it. Maybe bloat comes out in Nilo. I don't know. Like just new mechanics in general.
Okay. Just new shit.
Just new shit. I can't even think of anything.
Would it be still 1 through 5, man? Or would it be like locked to like a certain?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Team size.
I think it'd probably be easier for them to balance just normal 1 through, like you could do 1 through 5, because Chambers you can do, up to 100 people, and the scaling gets fucking weird. So there are like hard metas for what is good and what isn't. I feel like Tob you could get away with just having flex 1 through 5 still, plus a solo challenge mode would be fucking sick as hell.
Yeah, that would be that. Yeah. I was thinking, I was like, they still have to make it possible for a solo challenge mode. Because I was thinking, what would be cool is if some of the mechanics that we just kind of skip over could be utilized. Like something is like the passing the ball on phase 3 Verzik, where it's like not even a fucking thing to do. You just tank the 74 or whatever it hits.
Yeah.
Something where it's like, or, how you have to like run to like those little circles on phase 3 as well. I'm trying to think if there's something cool where
the pools.
Yeah, there's something cool where like I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like some cool little mechanic where it takes those little mechanics and makes them more exciting or something. I don't know how you would do it. And I'm not going to fucking brainstorm right here because I'm going to make up some random shit and people are going to flame me for it later.
Yeah. Understandable. That's kind of the same path I went down.
Yeah. But I'm like, that's what I want. And I'm missing a Sanguinesti on my Iron Man, and I'm kind of just fucking waiting for.
Are you actually still missing a Sang? I thought you didn't bring it just to save blood runes.
Nope. I've never experienced a Sanguinesti.
Wow.
Yep. I've completed all Chambers items, almost complete. Fucking
what's
not even.
What's your KC?
Well, Chambers items, I got pretty lucky. I completed it at like 1200.
That's pretty lucky.
Yeah.
What about what's your top KC?
Like 9. Let me check. What the hell am I typing? 983.
And you don't have a Sang?
Nope. I didn't get my first weapon until 915, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, that was like what I was known for like a year and a half ago.
Dude, I have I have like under 700 KC. I have 2 scythes, 4 sangs, and 3 rapiers in my name.
Dude, I hear. So, you know how every hardcore just fucking. Well, basically, every hardcore spoons Theater of Blood, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, this is. I guess this was more like when Sick Nerd was going for it. Like, Sick Nerd completed it in like 300.
That
People.
was insane.
Yeah, there's people that get to like 400, like, I don't have a weapon yet. Like, bitch, I was fucking 914 and I was downgrading weapons because I couldn't. Dude, I was using an abyssical, Jesus. An abyss. What is that fucking
Abyssal
weapon
tentacle?
called?
The tentacle whip.
Abyssal tentacle. There we go.
Yeah.
Abyssical. I'll just call it fucking that. The abyssical.
I like the abyssical.
The umbilical cord. Yeah, there we go.
The umbilical whip.
So I was using that shit, and I ran out of whips, so I literally downgraded to a Blessed Sarah sword. And
That's
then
pog.
that was about to run out, but right before it ran out, I got a rapier, and I was using a rapier on slash for Verzik. Like, I was literally slashing with my rapier.
Slashing rapier. That's actually
it was gaming. Bad. But
yeah. Hold up, I'm gonna go to the bathroom before the next question.
You're good. Let's fucking take a break.
Take a bath. All right.
Welcome back, King.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Okay. But yeah, basically, long story short, I got fucked over at Theater of Blood, but I did get a scythe before 1,000. Very happy about that. Can't really complain.
At least it's fun.
It was fun. It was fun,
yeah.
but it definitely is not as fun without a scythe.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I've done like 5 TOB KC without a scythe, so I'm a dirty spooned main.
Yeah. So that's kind of made it a little bit less fun, but yeah. But yeah, I guess we'll go into the next topic. Whale says question mark.
Yeah, I agree. I think that is the correct response.
All right, thank you, Whale. All right,
appreciate it, Whale.
Dribblesworth asks, or wait, he doesn't ask anything. He just says, would love to hear both of your thoughts on a bossing only Slayer Master. Were you, so obviously you weren't on Twitch and stuff, but you remember the whole Slayer boss thing that was pulled.
Slayer thing.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on that? I'm curious.
I voted no. I actually did vote no. I don't think it's bad in general. I just think it was kind of unnecessary. I don't know. I mean, I would not have been mad if it passed. I probably would have used it if it passed.
Oh yeah, we all would have used it. You have to.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, is that if it did pass, like, that is now the meta. And I think RuneScape in general is kind of resistant to hard meta changes like that. Especially for Iron Man. I know, like, the game isn't catered to Iron Man or whatever, but it's kind of unfair to, create an update that you don't give a shit about, a good third of the population of the game, or however many Iron Men there are.
Well, compared to bots, we're probably like 1%. There's a fuck ton of main bots.
Yeah, compared to bots, true. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like, what do you need a bossing Slayer Master for? Like, best case scenario, you just skip like a few tasks that would be, like Suklas or whatever. Um, it's very powerful.
Yeah.
It's really, really powerful for bossing because now at that point, even if a boss is extremely rare, like Bandos or something, like extremely rare to get one of those tasks, it still feels like you'd be wasting your time if you were doing it off task.
Yep. Exactly.
So it's, yeah, everything is literally just Slayerscape at that point.
The cool thing, so one thing I was really wanting when this all the shit came out was it would just be cool if you could purchase for Slayer points double boss tasks or something, because boss tasks aren't terribly common. Like, they are pretty common to get a boss
You
task.
mean like the actual task where it's like 3 through 35, or you mean a monster that can be also killed as a boss?
So I'm just saying the actual task waiting. So not doubling the KC you'd have to do, but just doubling the amount of times you'd get a boss task. I think that would be a cool Slayer unlock for maybe 1,000, 2,000 points or something, where it's like, I love bossing on Slayer. I don't want to just barrage smoke devils all the time. I want to fucking get some rare drops. Let's unlock this reward, and now I get double the amount of waiting for boss tasks. I think that would be simple. Maybe it's not as exciting with all these new rewards and a new Slayer Master and everything, but it's something where, like, this is now, it's not OP by any means, but it is helping those that just want a boss for Slayer. And it's not giving you like free skips and random shit like that.
I like that idea. I actually never thought of that, but that's actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I think that's just very simple, and it just kind of.
So,
yeah.
Would that be like on a per task basis? You could choose to double the weighting of.
No, it would just be a permanent unlock.
What?
You just pay like 1,000 to 2,000 points. I imagine like 2,000, so it's something like really you got to save up for it.
Yeah, but like, could you do that for any task? Is what I'm curious.
No, it would just be for boss. So like every time you get the boss roll, where then it randomizes a certain boss you get, that would just be like a double occurrence, basically.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And not like a giant meta shift, which requires you to boss only on task.
Exactly. I feel like
there's enough of that already.
Yeah, it's very simple. Something they did come out with that was kind of cool. Like, they came out with all these new rewards and shit for what their proposed boss Slayer Master was, and there was some kind of cool things. A lot of it was extremely fucking busted, and in the blog itself, they're like, "This sounds really busted." That's because it is. Like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, there was some really cool things, and but that can come out with other content, I think.
Is that the one where they had like the blessing box or whatever, where you could just store all your blessings so you're invincible in God Wars or whatever?
They had that, and that I don't really think that's like crazy OP, but one of the things that was crazy OP was the Ring of Wealth. It was like this new Ring of Wealth that would give you like crazy rewards. I can't even remember what they were, but it was something like, it just becomes so OP with barrage tasks. You just wear this ring and you're fucking making like straight up bank. And I'm
just hard meta.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't even like for task only. Like, you could literally just go to the catacombs with this ring on and make legit bank. Just off task.
That's a little, I don't know. It's one of those things, like the bossing Slayer Master and like PVM Diaries. Like, I'd be excited for those sort of things, but it's not new content. It's just old content that we can do more. Like, I'm hungry for some new content.
Yeah, no, we do need new content bad.
We need new endgame content is what we need. We get a lot of, like, I'm not mad that they add like earlier mid game content. I get it. They're, Jagex is a company that needs to entice new players in to generate new revenue streams, and we're as later end game players that have been playing for a while. Like, our sub money is kind of locked in at this point. Like, we're not going to go anywhere unless like you really piss us off, or like you really, really starve us for content. And I feel like lately, more and more people have been feeling like we're just completely starved at the end game.
Yeah.
Like, I know I feel that way.
We are. And the thing is like, if Raids 3 comes out, because I can kind of see it both ways. But when Raids 3 comes out, like I think combat achievements is going to be amazing. I'm really sad that it's so delayed. I was expecting it to already be out by now.
I was too. Yeah, I would like that to be out.
That is a good update where it's going to like it's not Raids 3, which is arguably just better, but it's going to just kind of invigorate everything all at once. And it's just kind of cool.
It'll give you a reason to go back and do it.
Exactly. Raids 3, however, will be really nice. They need to make it, really fucking like the replayability needs to be so high on it, because something that takes that long and so many resources to make, and then you complete it in like a month or two, people are just going to go back to. We need Raids 4, like so.
Well, that's actually something I wanted to ask you was if you were to choose the design of Raids 3, like I'm not asking you to design encounters and shit, but would you rather have it be more Chambers of Xeric style, where it's kind of a bunch of different like skilling content? It's not really like mainly combat. It can be a bunch of different things, and then like a challenging final boss. Or would you rather have it like TOB, where it's more difficult? You don't have to do any like scouting or anything like that. There's not really skilling involved. It's more so just pure mechanical skill. Which would you choose and why?
So I've talked about this on many a Sae Bae Cast, but what I want is fast-paced puzzle rooms with, and I mean fast-paced. I mean like the puzzle rooms are like in the hallways. Like, so I brought up ideas. They have their little fucking faults to it, but like one of them was like, I've mentioned this before. Lane already flamed me on it, but imagine. So you played Fall Guys before, right? I
actually haven't,
but you've seen Fall Guys.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah. So you remember that little fruit puzzle where it'll flash the tiles, and then you got to stand on the tile that's the fruit got indicated on, and then people are
still like that.
Yeah, like shit falls. So there's gonna be a fucking RuneLite plugin to this shit. There always is. There's plugins for everything. So it's not actually gonna end up being any harder. Yeah. But in an ideal world where, this is actually a memory sort of game, something very fast paced where you're running through the hallway to the next boss, all of a sudden you're in this, I'm imagining like being in a pyramid, and then these arrows come shooting at you. You got to dodge them like Hallowed Sepulchre, and then all of a sudden, boom.
Ooh, okay.
And then all of a sudden, like, boom, the tiles are going to fall. Were you paying attention to which tile you need to stand on? Then your whole fucking team runs over to a certain tile, and then you pass it. And then, boom, that was the puzzle room. It's not like, let me fucking put logs into this brazier and kill this shitty-ass ice demon. That's not a puzzle.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. That sounds a lot better.
Yeah,
it sounds a lot better than
just fast-paced shit. And I also want some of the little Hallowed Sepulchre sort of like agility traps. I can just imagine you going through this little tomb, and then you got to dodge some little flames and shit as you're running. And then
Hallowed Sepulchre is awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. I fucking love it.
I think it's the best content we've gotten since Tob.
It's so good. And there's a lot of other things they could add to it, and I think adding some sort of mechanics like that into Raids 3 would be so cool. Nothing like a room based on it where it takes 4 minutes. Just very simple little mechanics. Transitions, yeah. Exactly.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah. I think there is a good middle. See, like I've talked about this on stream. And if I had to give a hard answer, I would say more like Tob. I prefer the kind of mechanical skill required rather than just kind of just
and fuck scouting.
The hard part.
Scouting
and fuck scouting. Yep. Scouting sucks, which is why I've done almost exclusively CMs, which also suck for their own reasons.
I hate CMs. I've done like 17 of them.
They're lazy content. But I wanted to complete my kits, so finally we're done with the kits. Never gone back.
What is your CM, Casey? Because you have everything from Chambers, right? Like the kits.
Yeah,
dust,
I've got pet 2 dust 3 kits. In 220, 210 CM Casey. So pretty lucky. Yeah. I just as a general answer, I would say more like Tob. But when I bring that up on stream, most people say more like Chambers, and I don't know if that's because the majority of people don't do Tob, because it's like the perceived difficulty is too high, which I don't think Tob is much harder than Chambers. I just think the learning curve is a lot steeper, and you have a lot more personal responsibility to not kill your entire team.
Yep.
Whereas Chambers, it's a lot harder to kill your entire team.
And there's no wiping. You could just die a million times.
And there's no what exactly. So Tom is more punishing to learn, but I don't think, besides a few select things, that Tob is much more difficult. I just think there's a higher skill ceiling. But most people say more like Chambers, but I think a good middle ground would be something like that. Like I actually want Raids 3 to be harder than Tob. Like,
it needs to be.
Like we cannot regress at this point because there are a lot of endgame players that have mastered Tob and everything below it.
Yep.
So it's I don't know. I think there should be RuneScape has kind of shied away from the traditional MMO progression with like tiers, new raids, or like regularly expansion packs, sort of things like that. Which because they don't do that, I think there's some good things. Like it keeps the content in the game alive for a lot longer. But as kind of like a negative, power creep becomes a huge issue. You have to be really careful with what you release, because if Raids 3 rewards are extremely OP, then it will trivialize a lot of lower tier content, which I don't know. I think there's definitely a balance in there somewhere. But I do like that kind of small puzzles in between like intense combat rooms.
Nothing like RNG fucking where it's like, oh, we got this shit puzzle, reset. Just quick shit.
Exactly.
Yes.
As long as there's no counting mechanics either. I hate counting mechanics.
It's so bad.
Please, those are the worst mechanics.
Please fix Hydra. Just add an animation that says when it's switching. Honestly, like
please. They did it for Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Just do it for Hydra. Gauntlet's like harder, so fuck, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just so stupid. Hopefully they shy away from that. Okay, listen. You know how like kind of going on the point of power creep. I want to bring this idea up with you.
Yeah.
A new item comes from Raids 3 called the Special Ring, or the Ring of Specs, or whatever the fuck. You know, the special attack bar. It's a ring that is going to accentuate that. So basically what it does is, and those listening, listen to this. Tell me in the comments what you guys think. So the new spec ring, it doubles your spec regen. So every 30 seconds you regen 10 spec. With this ring,
20.
What? Yeah. It becomes 20. So every 30 seconds it regens 20 as long as it's equipped. If you unequip it at any time, it resets the timer. So you cannot just be flicking on the B ring every hit and then really sweat it. So you got to camp the ring. The other perk is your generation can actually go to 120 while the ring is equipped. So
you can, oh man.
Yeah, so every time, as long as the ring is equipped, as soon as you unequip it, if you were at 120 and you unequip the ring, it goes back to 100. And this ring cannot be used in PvP. So any PvP situation, the regen, however, could work. I would need to hear PKers' perspectives on it. I just want to kind of just disable it from PvP because there's going to be some issue that's game breaking, I swear.
Yeah. You can't balance PVM and PvP.
It's so fucking hard
with one item. WoW tried for years and it was dog shit.
Yeah. So I'm thinking just disable this whole effect. Potentially the double spec regen could work in PvP. It'll be an expensive ass ring, I can imagine. So you're risking
that ring will sit above max cash value for like a year. That sounds extremely strong.
So yeah. So here's the cool thing about it. And I'm just gonna give a little bit more detail to it. Whenever you drink from a pool or go to the Narda teleport, or even after a TOB room resets, as long as that ring is equipped, you will go up to 120 spec. So, and again, as soon as you unequip it, it goes back down to 100, and then you re-equip it and you have to, boost back up to 120 if you wanted to. So I think this is a fucking good ring. It's not just here's more strength bonus added onto your fucking weapons. It's a niche that people can use. I'm trying to think of good situations where it can be used. It's not game breaking.
That literally everywhere.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think because a B ring would still be pretty damn, comparable in a lot of situations, but there are going to be niche situations where this ring is actually really good. What do you think?
I think that is automatically best in slot everywhere. That sounds extremely powerful. I can't really think of a distinct situation where I would want a B ring over that ring. I think that's a little too powerful. I think
So well here let me talk to you about this because think about wearing a scythe. As soon as you take off that B ring, isn't that like 4 fucking max hits?
Like I think it's 6.
Is it?
I think it's
Jesus Christ. Okay,
I think it's technically 6 because there's 3 hit splats and you're losing 2 per hit splat.
I don't think you lose 2 on the third hit splat though. Because isn't it just...
I don't know how it specifically works. Maybe it is 4.
Whatever the amount of max hits you're losing, like that alone is the punishment to wearing the ring. But does it outweigh... Does the extra spec, like the double amount of specs you're going to get, outweigh it? Like it's kind of hard to tell. So I don't know about super OP. But for
on a long farm encounter, I would wager it... Well, okay, when we're talking about the scythe specifically, I think that's probably where it would be most balance in usage is with the scythe.
Yeah.
What I imagine people would do, like you would still probably need it for pretty much every encounter. Like you would bring in, I mean, you could like double Warhammer and then immediately after, or like pretty soon after, you could go for a claw spec. Like it wouldn't take too long to regen another spec. So I don't know. I feel like I would like that. I would like to see that if there was more detriment to using it.
So it wouldn't have any stats. Honestly, I just want it to be a decent ring. Like, I want it to be, you know, a new kind of best in slot ring in a way, but it's not going to be best everywhere. One thing it will be good at is like Nightmare. You go to Nightmare with that fucking ring, you can SGS spec. And this is the coolest fucking part of it. That Parasite in a solo, you'll be able to claw the Parasite every single time because you'll always regen up to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like that it's something cool and interesting and not just stats. Yeah. I think that's a really good idea for adding items onto Raids 3 that aren't just pure power creep, because then fucking Reddit will make a thread and cry about it.
Yep. Ring of Specs. I am saying it right now on the Sae Bae Cast. You want to know fucking why? Because the Ring of Endurance was my fucking idea, and Jagex stole that from me. They fucking took that from me. Was it your idea? The Ring of Endurance from the Hallowed Sepulchre.
Do you have receipts?
What?
Do you have receipts? Do you have proof that this is your idea?
No, because my VODs are deleted. But I used to talk about it all the time in my streams before Hallowed Sepulchre was ever a thing. Like, I'm talking like a year before Hallowed Sepulchre was a thing. I was talking about that shit.
Get sniped.
And I literally called it the Ring of Endurance, and then all of a sudden it came out. I was like, fuck. Like, god damn it, I'm getting no credit for this shit. But it's okay. So now I'm coining the Ring of Specs, or
trademark it.
The special ring sounds pretty stupid, so I'm gonna call it Ring of Specials. No, Ring of Spec. I don't fucking... What would you call it?
Probably something like
Power
Ring
Ring
Gamer, like Ring of fucking Annihilation or some shit. I don't know.
Hell yeah. Okay, I like that. Ring of Tasty.
The delicious ring.
Just a fucking pineapple ring. That's what it is. You wear that. No, but that's my idea. Stuff like that needs to come out. What
do you think about new prayers and new spells? A lot of people are talking about adding something to the ancient spell book, because presumably Raids 3 is going to be in the desert, which I assume it is going to be, if it gets released ever.
Yeah, it'll be in the desert, 100%. New prayer. I've always wanted the Judgment prayer that was initially going to come out with, I believe it was Theater of Blood or something.
What is that?
Judgment was a prayer, and I'm tweaking it a little bit for me. I think Judgment initially was an overhead you had to use that would boost your accuracy and shit, and it kind of takes away the ability to use an overhead. I don't want it to replace any overhead. What I want it to be is similar to Piety. So right after
could you stack it with Piety?
No, you could not stack it. So it's its own sort of Chivalry, Piety, Rigor, Augury. You could only enable one. What it does is it gives you 50% accuracy, no strength, no defense. In fact, fucking have it lower your defense by like 50%. But what I want it to be is just a prayer where if for a little bit more effort, when you want to spec, you switch onto Judgment, which is like a level 85 prayer, and you get 50%, or you get that 50% accuracy instead of what it currently is. I think 20% or something. I think it's 20%.
25 or something. I don't know.
So it would just be a prayer that has no strength, so you wouldn't ever camp it, really. It would just be for Dragon Warhammer specs, something that would cost a lot because you're not failing your specs as much. Just very
Yeah.
basic prayer judgment.
See, I would almost be afraid to see that in the game, because what I don't want out of Raids 3 or any higher end game content that I feel like we get a lot of is Dragon Warhammer Scape, where the bosses have such high defense that it's almost necessary to Dragon Warhammer, and it's such an inaccurate, stupid fucking weapon that like you can get shafted if you don't get any specs. Like you watch a solo TOB, if they don't hit any hammers on Zarpus, like
Yeah,
that's
you're
almost
fucked.
guaranteed a wipe. Like it's I don't know. I want to shy away from that. I would like to see a slight variance in mechanic, so where that's like not absolutely required.
Yeah, and people fucking hate CMs solos where you walk into Tecton, you just can't hit, or you miss your hammers,
Yeah,
just
like,
leave.
I had a trio CM last week that we hit 0 specs 3 or 4 runs in a row. We just had to keep resetting. Like we could have kept going because trio CMs are completely free, but it's just fucking annoying. Like we don't want to sit at Tecton for 5 minutes.
Okay, think about this. I just thought of this idea, so it's probably
Okay.
absolutely stupid. But
Okay.
I'm going to vocalize it now and see how
I'm ready.
stupid it is. So think about a prayer that gives you a 100% accuracy. You will hit, but it completely drains your prayer to 0, just like kind of Redemption does.
So just like a complete
Complete drainage.
Interesting.
But you get 100%. It's not guaranteeing a certain number, but it guarantees that hit will hit. So there's
I don't
no
see any reason immediately why that would be bad. Like I feel like that could be a good mechanic. It's basically just a drain on prayer potions, so that would make it so a lot of supplies are required for whatever you're using that for. It's probably doable.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's going to be a lot of like issues or some sort of thing we're overlooking, but something
sure.
like that. That'd be kind of cool.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely a big fan of adding things that are not just traditional you hit higher sort of additions.
Okay, what about this? You know how when Nightmare was being proposed, they wanted to come out with a tome, the Siren's Tome or whatever.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then they wanted to add an attachment to the Arcane, which I was kind of a fan of, to be honest.
Yeah.
What about...
It's better than just completely destroying the Arcane.
Exactly. What about if Raids 3 came out with attachments to the Spirit Shields? I don't know. Again, there is zero Sae Bae agenda behind this because I just actually only have a Spectral and I don't have like an LA. So this isn't just going to directly benefit me. But here's what I want. I want a Spectral to be good again. And I think a little upgrade to it might be pretty nice. Something where like, again, it comes down to the PvP shit. Just fucking disable it with PvP. There's too much.
Yeah,
or
disable PvP, right? Am I
think
right,
about.
Gabriel?
I want all these ideas to be thought about PVM related. We'll worry about PvP balancing later.
Yeah.
But think
Yeah,
about a Spectral with an upgrade that actually negates magic attacks dealt to you. So
Negates entirely? What do you mean?
so not negates entirely, but actually has damage reduction.
So like an Ellie, but specifically for magic.
Yes. So a magic attack comes at you, and when you are wearing the Spectral, it actually has like a fucking damage reduction. So we kind of start stepping away from the whole just fucking DPS scape where never fucking have any defense, just DPS. Something where, okay, this shield's actually lowering my DPS, but I am legitimately negating some of the magic damage that's being cast at me.
In what kind of situation would you prefer that over raw DPS though?
Probably fucking nowhere, to be honest, but I'm trying to I'm trying to think. So let's say this is just a number pulling out of my ass, it might be broken, but let's say you're equipping the shield. Any magic based attack coming at you is negated by 50% every time. Again, not PvP. This would be fucking game breaking. But for PVM, you get a fucking attack by Verzik's fucking magic attack, negates it 50%.
What if it did that, but it also amplified other damage? So you would have to have very specific reasons for using it.
Like it could amplify it, but to be fair, I kind of want to just get some more defensive gear that's really worthwhile. That's like, shit, this is actually a fucking shield. That's a shield that's protecting my ass, and I'm losing DPS for it. Like,
I do like the kind of actual flat damage reduction that the Ellie offers, because the way damage is in RuneScape is so strange.
Yeah.
Especially compared to other MMOs where like defense doesn't make you get hit for lower numbers. It makes you get hit less often. So like you can be stacked out with defense and still tank like a 70 or some shit. It just means that you'll get more zeros. So like over time, it averages out to tanking less damage, but RNG can literally fuck you in the face. So I do like the kind of flat damage reduction, and I think that would encourage people in general to want to take damage reduction items over just straight DPS. But I still think at the higher end, I don't think anyone would take damage reduction over just flat DPS. Unless
and that's totally
long term. Yeah, unless long term it would like require them to keep brewing, which would make them lose DPS.
Yeah. And this is like, so it would be an expensive upgrade. The shield would be very expensive. I mean, fuck, if you were a learner with a mom's credit card, you could buy the shield and probably you'd have a better time learning things because you're surviving a little bit more. You're not, So,
well, imagine 50% damage reduction in the Inferno. Just camp range the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, you'd get fucked up still, but
yeah, you probably still get fucked.
Because magic is always just crazy accurate against people, but. That's what I want. Like, imagine that. That would actually be a pretty goddamn good shield in the Inferno to have to bring the Spectral, And the Ellie would still have its effect. Again, there would be an upgrade to an Ellie. I don't know what it would be exactly, but I just want the Spectral to be sort of like worth it in a way. And these little upgrades can make this kind of like content that's already been in the game give it some sort of little boost.
The Spectral has a few niche uses. Like you bring it to DKs and you bring it to Cerberus.
And if you're really talented, flick it at Zammy. But that's
I'm not a fucking nerd. I'm not gonna do that shit.
I don't fucking even do that shit. Latius does. He's a fucking god.
I don't know. What a gamer, my god.
But yeah. Kind of like
as a general rule, I usually prefer to see just straight items rather than attachments.
Really?
I'm not a big fan of attachments. I don't know. Like, there's no real objective reason that I don't like attachments.
I hate degradable weapons.
Oh, yeah, fuck that shit.
Fuck degrade. I like charged, though. Charged is fine. Degradable, bad. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Well, you're an Iron Man. You have a harm orb, right? You have like two harm orbs.
Fuck me. I don't even use them.
You like can't use them because you can't get burnt pages. So I don't know. Just as long
it takes so many hours.
It's not one of those things.
Yeah.
Like an easily. Also, blood rune packs. Thoughts? Do we want those? We probably want those. Huh?
Listen, blood rune packs. I am actually against blood rune packs, and I am one of the people that would most greatly benefit from those. And I'll tell you why.
Okay, you gotta extrapolate. I
am a very overall based player. I love the game. I love skilling. I love PVM. I love pet hunting. I love clues. I even love PvP, believe it or not. But PvP, not predator versus prey. I like PvP.
Yeah, PvP, not PKing.
Yes. So I like all aspects of the game, and honestly, I love Iron Man mode as well. I love being self-sufficient, and I don't like everything being handed to me. That comes at a price, I will say. But
2,500 nightmare kills.
Yes. 20. We're pushing 3,000. We're at like 2930 now.
Are you really? My God.
I've been fucking gaming lately. I did a 36 kill day the other day. That's a lot for me.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it was bad. So blood rune packs are a no-go to me because it's too convenient. But what I do want is the mage stores. I don't know if you're even familiar, but there is like one mage shop that's cheap for blood runes. And every other place, the prices are outrageous. I kid you not, the prices go up to 1,400 GP each at an empty stock. 1,400 per blood rune.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yes, that shit needs to be balanced. So make it so every shop has the same rune prices. Just fucking do it. It's so stupid to say the Magic Guild is the cheapest by fucking over double.
Well, I don't know. I guess I'm not an Iron Man, so like this doesn't really affect me. But you have to shop hop. You have to world hop to buy blood runes, right?
The reason I want it to not be convenient is because they're trying to come out with this new, I don't know what it's called, like Temple Guardians or like Guardian of Gielinor or something. It's some rune crafting mini game that will unlock the power with a blood talisman. So one of the rewards is a blood talisman, which will unlock the true blood altar underneath Mauritania. And I want that to be an actual like good blood rune crafting method that's high effort, high reward. So you're like can potentially get up to like 7,000-8,000 blood runes an hour at a price. So again, this sounds fucking OP, but there's stuff behind it that balances it out. And I just want it to come from skilling at a better rate. So hey, let me do this interactive training method that actually is rune crafting. So rune crafting is actually beneficial to my account, and then I can get blood runes and at a good rate, and I don't have to fucking deal with hop shopping and blood rune packs are a simple band-aid solution. I'm just against it.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I just feel like the tedium for like I said, I don't play an Iron Man. I'm not built out for the Iron Man lifestyle, but I hate tedious things. I don't like anything that involves world hopping. I think that's shit.
It's horrible. I am so against shop hopping. I want it to all be deleted, but I don't want it to become this thing where let me buy gold ore packs, let me buy blood rune packs, let me buy all this. Just delete it all and make it so the game gets even fucking more tedious. I'm one of those like masochists that's like just delete all shopscape and just see what the fucking Iron community does. Like that, I would love to see that.
I'm gonna stick to my grand exchange. But, yeah, that was actually not the answer I was expecting. I thought you'd be like, fuck yeah, blood rune packs, please.
Oh, it would greatly benefit me. It would be fucking amazing, but like it's too. I look at long-term health for some things.
That's fair. That's smart.
But yeah, I'm surprised you even fucking care about like asking that. You're not an Iron Man. Like nobody even gives a shit.
I care about my Iron Man friends.
Well, that's fucking humble of you. But you still want us to all be muted, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't want to hear you guys talk. It's unless you're flaming me for crashing you, in which case let the sweet tears come. That's acceptable.
All right, listen. Q Neeks.
I love him.
Fucking love Q Neeks. Great man. Great fucking man. He has a bunch of questions. So you ready for this?
Oh yeah, lay him on me.
What's the king's favorite color?
I don't have a singular favorite color, but I am a giant fan of like purples, blues, kind of very low vibe earth tones. Periwinkle, fucking love periwinkle.
That's a color?
Yeah, you've never heard of periwinkle?
How do you spell that? P-E-R?
P-E-R-I. W-I-N-K-L-E. It's like a light violet.
Ooh.
It's a very nice color.
Let's check this out. Okay. So it's like, it kind of looks like laundry.
Like laundry detergent.
Yeah.
It's a very feminine color, but I'm very much in touch with my feminine side. So I like periwinkle a lot. It's a good color.
Yeah, that looks nice. Okay. Well, I'll just answer. I know he's asking the fucking king. He ain't asking me. But I'm going to answer anyway. Fuck it. Yellow.
I'd love to know your favorite color.
You already know. You already know it's yellow. Have you seen my Twitch emotes?
I was going to say, yeah, I've seen your name, your Twitch emotes. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That's a good choice.
I fucking love yellow.
I feel like yellow is slept on.
Yeah.
Not enough people choose yellow.
Everyone
chooses red and blue.
Yellow's god tier. I love yellow.
A couple greens. Yeah, I've got my name on Twitch is hot pink now.
That's hot.
It is, yeah.
People probably think you're like a girl, like initially. Dude.
I hope so.
Because Tasty can kind of be like,
that
without a face. Fluid. It's the same thing with Sae Bae. There's actually people that, I'll pop into a stream and they like, I think they assume I'm a girl almost. And
yeah, because your feminine beard and facial structure.
Yeah. As soon as they see the beard, like, wow, this guy really is a girl. I wasn't now. But funny story. When I camped Revs, one of the pro tip life hacks to the Rev caves initially, and it doesn't matter anymore because it's not ran by the mob. But if you changed your character into a girl, you were attacked legitimately like 80% less.
Yeah. Oh, we're also. Oh, fuck. Never mind. I can't say that word because it's going to be aired on Twitch. I believe that 100%. I believe that 100%.
Yes. No, it actually works, and I know exactly what you're about to say, probably.
Yeah.
But
you can guess.
Yeah, and my name. So this is before I ever started streaming. My name was Sae Bae. It still is, and I was a girl, and I think people genuinely were doing the S word to me. They were like, this is a girl at the Rev Caves. Let me just protect her. You know, she is now my
Yeah.
queen. Let me fucking protect her. So I'd get
It's-
PKers on my side, like protecting my ass.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, I had to I had to start acting like really feminine and like going on dates with them. No, fuck that. But
Type a lot of smiley faces.
dude, you gotta type the smileys. The smileys and the
my
ha-has
God.
all the time. Ha-ha smiley works
Haha,
every fucking
OMG.
time.
Smiley face.
I wouldn't do the OMGs. It's a little bit like cringe.
Okay, is that a bit on the nose?
It's
maybe?
just cringe. Like I don't want to
You're
be
pretending
cringing.
to be a girl. What do you mean it's
Yeah. But you got to keep in mind, you have to act because the people still have their suspicions that you're a dude. So when you go over the top and start putting OMGs, hearts everywhere, they're like, this is a fucking dude. So you got to play it off like you're a girl that's a gamer, but you're still a girl.
Yeah, that makes me sick to my stomach. That
oh, dude.
Like, works.
Oh, dude. It fucking works so
Christ.
good. And then I all of a sudden turned to a dude afterward, and I like entered the cave, and they're like, you can just tell people were so fucking disappointed. They're like, Jesus Christ, this guy was fucking just, yeah, God. No, I wasn't that cringe with it, but I will say it works.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. So any any PvP based things, just turn yourself into a girl. Okay. He also asks favorite meal.
Favorite meal. I don't have a specific favorite meal, but I fucking love any sort of Asian food, like Thai food. I fuck with
God, Thai food's amazing.
So good, bro. So good.
What about sushi? Like sushi?
Oh yeah, I love sushi.
Me too.
Which I feel like sushi is like a love or hate kind of dish.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, I feel like more people are seeing the light. Sushi is fucking amazing. If you have good sushi, you're hard pressed to find another meal. The thing I don't like about sushi is that it's very expensive and I eat a lot. So like I could order like 4 rolls of sushi and that's like $50.
Yep.
And like that's like
and you can't go to sushi buffets or else it's shit quality. So
they're actually, you know what's funny is there is an all you can eat sushi bar. It's not super close to my house, but it's like kind of close. And it's actually pretty fucking good.
Okay.
It's $15. You can order anything on the menu, even more than sushi.
Oh, you're ordering it, so it's not just fucking go over to a heat lamp.
Oh yeah, you order it. It's just $15. Yeah, but if you don't eat if you don't like leave stuff on the plate, then you have to pay for it afterwards.
Okay.
I don't know how they stay in business because I went there with a couple of my buddies and we destroyed it for like $15.
But you are like a different breed. You got to keep in mind you are not like their average customer.
It's probably true. It's funny. Like I'm a fairly large dude. I'm 6'3". I weigh like 220. I went with my friend who was 6'5", who weighs like 240, and then another buddy of mine who's like 6'4".
They see you enter, and the owner's like, "Fuck us."
Yeah, the poor owner is like this 5'2" Asian woman, 90 years old. She's like, "Oh no, it's just bad." Poor lady.
Yeah, but you are not the typical. So they get people that fucking eat like half a roll, and they're like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, it's in Scottsdale too, which is like a very wealthy part of town. So it's a bunch of Scottsdale moms that like come in, eat like 2 sushi rolls, like 2 pieces of sushi, and like then their diet calories are done.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that works water. There. I'm gonna have to say my favorite meal is anything seafood. I
really
love seafood. I could live off of seafood.
Not a big seafood guy.
Damn, I fucking love seafood, but
I don't dislike it.
I don't like fried seafood. I'm not a big fan of like fucking breaded fish, breaded anything. It's just I want it like.
So you like salmon? Do you like crab, like shellfish, or just normal fish, or what?
And what everything, honestly. I'm not. I mean, I have my preferences. Crab and that kind of stuff isn't probably like my go-to. I'd still love it, but
what about soft shell crab? You ever had soft shell?
I don't even know if I have. Like, I haven't tried every seafood. I just fucking love it.
Soft shell crab is really good. Really? I'll fuck with that.
Yeah.
It's really disconcerting, though, because it's quite literally a soft shell. So they take a whole ass crab, they like cook it in boiling water, and then they just chop it into quarters. So if you get one of the front quarters, it's got like the fucking face on there, and it's got like the big claw hanging out. You feel like an animal eating it, but it is really good.
Yeah. I've eaten like those crawfish things that are just like you're literally eating their shit basically or whatever.
Yeah. You're supposed to devein those, I think.
No, we just fucking eat the shit out of it. Like Yeah.
Okay, right on. I've done that with humans or what? Anyway, what's the next question?
Next question comes from Lil Chunks. No, that's for later. That's for later.
The actual next question from Cuniques is actually still pretty on topic. Favorite brand of toilet paper?
Charmin Ultra. Although they fucking scammed my ass.
How did they scam your ass?
Dude, okay. So about a year ago, they started coming out with double rolls. They say, they'll say 6 rolls, but it actually equals 12 rolls. So you're buying 6 rolls, and they say 12. And then they started coming out with triple rolls. So you're getting 6 rolls instead of 18. Now they've gotten to the point where they say 6 rolls equals 24 rolls. And it's the same fucking size ass rolls.
We're on the quads now. They're getting ballsy. They're getting real ballsy.
And they're the fucking same. They're the same ass size. They're actually just scamming.
They're not changing the size of the rolls they're releasing. They're changing the size of the rolls that they're comparing them to. That's the scam. Yep. That's where the scam occurs.
Yep. It's pretty bad, but I still love it. It never breaks. You're having you're just having a bad day where you're kind of sitting on the toilet for a while, and then you get Charmin Ultra and Ultra Strong, by the way, not Ultra Soft. Fuck Ultra Soft. You got to get that strong, and it just never tears. You're having nice.
You want me to change your life real quick?
Go ahead. Oh, okay. Wait. Before you change my life, I fucking love wipes too. I love wipes. Anyway.
Okay. Well, actually, that was my first suggestion. That's normally what I use, wipes. But game changer. Americans don't do this. I don't know why. You got to get a bidet.
I've
talked about this on my stream. Was it too intimate for you? Why didn't you like it?
There's no. I've always correlated bidets with expensive, but apparently there's just straight up attachments. Like you can just fucking attach.
Yeah.
I used to think a bidet was like an entire.
Fucking end this podcast. It's like $50.
Yeah, I actually I had a rich friend that I used to go over and play Call of Duty with. He had like a fucking theater room and shit. Just we'd go over there for sleepovers. He'd have just every fucking thing, and he had like bidets in his home and shit, and I would use it. But every time, my butt actually ended up being clean every time, but I would still wipe. Is that a thing you're supposed to do? You're still supposed to wipe at the end?
Yeah, you gotta like dry it off, right?
Okay, so you do wipe.
Here's the thing though. Like I used to be just a commoner, just wiping with toilet paper all the time. And then one of my friends was like, you got to use bidets because think of it this way. If you got a bunch of shit on your hand, you're not just going to wipe it off with a paper towel, right? That's not going to do anything. You're just going to have shit on your hands. You got to wash your goddamn hands. And I know for a fact, RuneScape players don't wash their ass. You got to wash your ass, boys. Get a bidet. Fucking scrub that shit off. Get some wipes. Wipes are good too.
I love wipes.
Yeah,
I do use wipes.
Yeah, and wash your ass in the shower, boys. Get in there. Don't be afraid.
Oh,
all right. Don't be afraid.
I think
dig in there.
I think I learned that when I was 18 to actually fucking clean my ass.
Yeah, you got to actually clean your ass.
And once you just embrace it once, like because my brother's one. I'm not trying to call him out, but he's one of those people that's very like. There's a lot of dudes I think that are scared to even go near their butthole because it's just
it's like they think it's like gay or something like that.
Yeah, they think they'll like it.
They're afraid they'll like it.
But no, it's a really good thing to clean your body and to clean probably the dirtiest party of dirtiest part.
It's definitely not the strong suit of the RuneScape community. No. But to be fair, we're not as bad as the Smash community. All right, when I played competitive Smash, I went to a few tournaments. You've never smelled anything worse in your life.
Fuck.
Like I'm not kidding. It smelled bad.
It was a tactic to get you to fucking fail, like to just
throw
your game off.
The number one player in our state, this is like Smash 4. I didn't play Melee too much, but the number one player in our state, he was fucking incredible. This guy was an actual god. I played him one time, and I don't know. I lost pretty much immediately, and I don't know if it was because he was that much better than me, or if it's because I put most of my effort on trying to not smell him.
Jesus.
He smelled bad. He was coated in a layer of grease.
God.
It was pretty brutal. But damn, he was a good Smash player. If that's what it takes, man. That's what it takes. I don't know.
That's fucking so gross.
Audience watching at home, take a shower, wash your goddamn ass, get a bidet, get wipes,
Yeah. And then dry your ass and dry your balls.
Dry your ass. Yeah. You know what? This brings up another good point. You ever go to the gym And in the locker room, there's the old dude just drying his balls, just leg up on the counter,
Yes.
just really just free balling
You
it.
don't have to be at a gym. You just any pool, just
Yeah, it's actually like I talked to like some of my like lady friends about this, and they think it's like a complete joke, but it's like not at all. That actually happens very frequently. I'm don't do it in public, but I'm a big proponent of drying your balls with a hair dryer after a shower. I try it out, give it a shot.
I'll try it.
Yeah, because like when you dry off with a towel, you're not completely drying everything out. Like there's still like moisture wicking on your body. You're not wet, but your skin is like saturated with water. And that if you're sitting with like swamp balls when you're streaming all night, your balls are gonna be smelly. You gotta dry them off. Just give it a shot.
Good shit.
Yeah.
What kind of shampoo do you use, and do you use conditioner?
Yeah. So I use Matrix Biolage hydrating shampoo and conditioner. I got it recommended. I have dog shit hair. Like my hair genetics are bad. I have very dry hair, and it's not healthy hair. So I need the top of the line kind of shampoo and conditioner. I only shampoo probably twice a week, and I will conditioner after I do that. Because you're not supposed to wash your hair every day. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I know. I learned that, but I'm not good at actually doing that. I always fucking wash my hair.
You have fairly short hair, though.
Yes.
You have relatively short hair, so it's not a huge deal for you.
I used to have cornrows, and I used to have a man bun, believe it or not. And I actually I had to eventually just get rid of it because my hair was so dry because I would shampoo it every fucking day because I hated not because like I would go play basketball or some shit, or I would go, this is back when I actually like had more of a life, and
I remember
I would get really sweaty, and then I'm like, I'm not gonna just not shampoo my hair. I'm sweaty and greasy, and then I'd shampoo it, and then they're like, no, you're not supposed to fucking shampoo it for like 3 or 4 days.
It feels bad. It does feel weird not doing it first, but you gotta let the natural oils in your hair and on your scalp, because otherwise your shit gets dry as fuck.
Yep, and that's the reason why I don't have long hair anymore. I'm not good enough at not cleaning my hair. Like I need to shampoo it. It's like this weird sense. I could probably just push through it, but again, I'm getting to that age where I just like having long hair is kind of it's like you have to deal with it, With short hair, if you just embrace it, like fuck it, everyone knows me as just I just have short hair, and so I don't have to. I just wake up and I'm already good to go.
Yeah. I don't know. I've gotten like one haircut over the whole quarantine, or maybe like 2. I just kind of been letting it grow out really long because I'm too lazy to go and get another haircut.
I cut my own hair too. That's the other beauty. I've saved so much fucking money. You've saved a lot of money because you don't get haircuts, but
exactly
when you learn to just cut a 0 on the sides and then like a 5 on top whenever it gets a little long, you're fucking golden. Never need to pay another barber. Although I do miss this one chick barber that used to massage my head. She always had a low cut shirt too, and she would like, okay, well this kind of.
How much was that haircut? Is that worth it?
It was cheap. It was at my college town. It was like $10, and then
$10.
$10. I mean, and she would do basically like, the shampoo and stuff came for free, and then I basically every time I'd tip her like $5 or $10 because I was just like, fuck, that was amazing.
I've been going to the same guy since I was 11. 14 years. Yeah.
Damn.
He's this flamboyantly gay man who's just absolutely lovely. I love him to death. He's been cutting my hair for so long that I'm just terrified to go to anyone else because like I said, I have bad hair. It's very dry. Like my hairline sucks. So I gotta go to someone who knows it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're going to think I'm crazy. He's like 45 minutes away from me. It's a 45-minute drive each way.
Jesus.
And it's I pay like $40 including tip for each haircut.
Yeah, that is not an option for me. In fact, my mom used to actually cut my hair when I was a kid. So I have probably gone to a barber maybe like 15 times in my entire life. And they're always a different person, except for that one lady. I've probably been to her like 4 times. Lady, yeah.
Got to give me her referral. It sounds nice.
Yeah, but she was very, very attractive, and she would do the little like kind of like the flirtatious stuff. It's a college town, so she's like getting good tips from it. But Anyway, enough about her. She's, God, Cindy, or no, I don't know what her fucking name was, to be honest. How many times do you have sex in a day? That's the next question. That's not my question. That is Q-Neek's question.
Q-Neek's question. Yeah. I'm sorry to disappoint my Twitch chat. I hope they're not listening to this, but in fact, I am not a virgin. Believe it or not. I'm not a kissless virgin. As much as I, would like to be for the RuneScape clout. Since quarantine started, not very much. Only a few times.
You hear about ladies? Or shit.
Yeah.
My YouTube audience is like 0.1% girls. There's probably 2 girls listening.
To the lady, hello in the chat.
Yeah.
I am single. I'm ready to mingle. Yeah, if I had to, in a day, like 0.05, I don't know.
0.05. I fucking love. Okay.
I'm just averaging it out.
Averaging it out from birth.
Yeah, from well, maybe not from birth. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how in depth we can get in this podcast. Can we get like a little bit R-rated? Is that acceptable?
Fuck it.
Not TOS.
Fuck it.
I lost my virginity when I was 15.
That's hot. Or what?
I was
That's,
very.
fuck.
Wait,
Jesus
Sae
Christ.
Bae.
I gotta fucking.
Jesus.
We were all 15 at one point. Okay, fuck. We gotta edit this shit out. Oh fuck. I don't edit my videos. That is not supposed to be something weird. You know what? Just move on. Okay, go.
I was quite young. Which is, yeah, I feel like very, very young in the scape of things, or the scope. I don't know why I said scape. Fuck, I played too much RuneScape.
Isn't that like the average, like fucking, loss of virginity? Like
15?
Isn't it like literally like
18.
16 or some shit?
I think it's like 18.
What? Okay, I'm gonna look this
maybe.
shit up, but I'm not fucking.
I don't know. Yeah, you Google it.
Average.
So I do a little bit of fucking, but I'm
16.
Not like 16. Holy.
It says 15 to 18 is like normal. God, I'm so above average. Oh, I'm above average on something in my life. Fuck yeah.
Congrats. Yeah. I think people like have this conception that I'm like a fucking machine or something. I just fucking swipe on Tinder all day till I fuck every night. That's not really quite how that happens. I'm actually pretty selective with like who I hook up with. Like I'm not really big into like the straight, just invite a girl over from Tinder, for like one night and then like that's it. Don't get me wrong, that's happened quite a few times, but on average, that's not how I hate going out to bars and trying to get laid. I fucking hate that, and my friends love it. They're like, yo, let's go like get drunk at a club and fucking prey on women. I'm like, no, dude. Like, it just makes me uncomfortable. I don't like that dynamic. I think it's a weird dynamic. I don't know, especially just the town that I'm at. Old Town, Scottsdale is like the club scene. And it's just, man, it's filled with so many fucking douchebags and so much like faux alpha energy and like chest beating. Dude, it's just weird. I don't like that. When I go out, I'm there to have a good time with my friends. Like fucking, we'll get down on the dance floor. We'll get a little bit drunk. Like if I talk to a girl and she's nice, then like maybe, whatever. But I'm not going to go out of my way to go like hit on some girl at the bar, by herself or something like that.
Well, shit. Yeah, no, you seem like, shit, I can kind of relate to you in a sense of being kind of like the introvert, but at the same time, you're not like you're down, like you can be the fucking like the center of the room, when needed. But like,
yeah, I can do it once every 2 months.
Yeah, like you can,
but
you're the natural introvert, but you're not looking for, And you know what? You got a good heart, so you not fucking a girl for one night and then just ditching her completely. That's that.
I used to do that a lot in college, and I would notice I just felt like weird afterwards. I just felt kind of bad in a way. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. If it's two consenting adults hooking up, like, dude, fuck all you want. But I would just always notice I would feel like weird driving home in the morning. So yeah, I just kind of stopped doing that.
Yeah. I haven't I don't think I've seen a woman in real life in probably like 2.5 years. So
yeah, I can relate with that, at least for the past couple months.
Yeah. Okay, how long did it take you to max? Because you are a maxed account. You said you started in 2018.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jesus.
Year and 8 months. Year and 8 months.
You know, you say you're not a skiller. You say you're just. But
I did a lot of skilling, so I would not have to do any more skilling.
Animals.
I can skill.
Yeah,
I wouldn't classify myself as a skiller, but I can skill.
You clearly can because you're maxed.
I 3-tick granite for most of my mining.
Really?
Yep.
What a fucking king.
It's pretty gross.
Really gross. That's I mean, dude, fucking shout out. I mean, that's impressive. And then you can say that you don't skill anymore, which is the most popular fucking thing to ever say here. So
exactly.
That's, I mean, shit, man. Maxed account, max in a year and 8 months.
I would love a fucking fat total XP. Like, I think that shit looks cool, but I'm just not willing to put in any of the work that's required for that.
Yeah. No,
I would love to have 1 billion though. 1 billion is kind of my goal.
A bill is pretty sexy, not gonna lie.
A bill is sexy as fuck. I'm cresting 600, so I'm not that close.
Yeah.
But I'm not that far.
Yeah, and as a main, I mean, you could fucking just AFK some bullshit, like, you know.
Yeah. Like, I could just fucking,
cook
fletch all day or cook or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows? I mean, if you're really wanting it, it's not that important, I can imagine, but
yeah, no, I'm not going to spend any time. I'm just going to wait till my melee XP just gets up there, my combat XP.
Okay, and then this last thing is least favorite grind when maxing.
That's actually a really good question, and I have a couple different answers to this. In total, I would say mining overall, just because of the amount of hours it takes compared to like what you have to do. I literally 3-ticked, and like obviously that's probably worse than MLM, but I hated MLM so much that I would have rather 3-ticked for 80 hours instead of MLM for 200. Yeah. So probably mining overall, but I think the worst skill in the game is thieving, believe it or not.
I fucking hate thieving.
I think thieving is bad for several reasons, because it's fast. That's the only reason I don't think it's a worse grind than like mining, or I actually didn't mind agility, but like the stereotypically slow skills like those. Yeah. With thieving, there's basically like 3 methods. You can blackjack, which is construction, but even worse. You can pickpocket arty knights, which is just carpal tunnel fucking Balooza. Or you can do pyramid plunder.
Yep.
Which is like still shit. And the common theme among all of these methods is that as soon as you stop clicking, you stop getting XP. And I think that is what makes it such a, like, every click equals X amount of XP. And like, that's it. That's literally just it. There's no variance. There's no AFK time.
It's pretty. I hated thieving. It was actually one of my last 99s, and I just fucking hated it.
It was one of mine too. Yeah.
Did you know fishing was my last 99? One of the first that Iron Men always tend to get. It was my last.
I was going to say, like, that's a pretty important one, especially like if you're doing barb fishing, because that gives you agility XP and stuff like that.
That was my last one.
Mine was Hunter.
I hate Hunter. Hunter's fine now because of herbivore and birdhouses, but I hate catching chins.
Oh, early game Hunter is maybe one of the worst experiences in the game.
Yep. 100%.
Early game Hunter is dog shit. I'm very glad they introduced birdhouses. Herbivore, I actually like herbivore.
Me too.
It's
slower.
Oh God, chins, but don't even get me started.
I fucking hate chins, and it's really nice at 99 Hunter. I don't even catch chins. All this post, I've had like 2.3 mil post XP. It's all birdhouses and a little bit of herbivore, but it's like, yeah, fuck, dude. When chins was the meta, Hunter was the worst skill.
Yeah.
I mean, still is the meta, but
sucks.
Yeah,
it kind of sucks because I think Hunter is like conceptually pretty cool. I think it has a lot of like
it's got like
it has a really high cap.
It's got potential, but like I swear, it ended up just being hunt chins.
Yeah, it ended up just being box traps and take manipulation, which is gross. You know what I hate most in a skill though?
What?
It's not. This is the reason I hated MLM so much. It's not. Like when you stop clicking, you stop getting XP. That's annoying, but whatever. Sometimes it is what it is. The worst thing in any skill is when you click on something like an MLM, like vein, and you have time to AFK, but you don't know how much.
Yep.
Like
Fuck
it could be 5
Fuck
seconds.
MLM.
It could be 1 or it could be 30 seconds. That is why I hated MLM, because it doesn't require actual action. You don't have to click, but you have to pay attention. You have to look at it to see when you're done mining.
MLM
Because
is
you don't
so shit.
MLM is one of the worst things in the game.
It
I
is
think
so,
mining
and
is one of the
people
worst things in
like
the game.
it.
And people like it because mining fucking sucks in general.
Mining
so,
can be
like,
so mining. Trying to think what my gems are. I love gems. I love gem rock
I've never
mining.
done gem mining. Never done gem
Even
mining.
so, gem rocks, I ended up just sweating. Like there's a 4-tick method, which is it's like 3-ticking granite basically.
Yeah.
It's more enjoyable just because of the atmosphere. You're not in the fucking desert. You're like in this little cave and it's all purpley and stuff and it looks nice.
Fuck the desert.
And yeah, you're just like all there alone. It's kind of cool. But even the AFK method, you know, it's upwards of like 60K an hour, and you click the rock, you wait a little bit, you wait a few seconds, click the next rock, and you just do that. And so yes, it is kind of you got to be paying attention, but at least it's always the same amount of time per click.
Yeah.
And it was just very chill experience. And you make money.
How much money is gem mining?
Well, the prices of gems like plummeted. It was mainly red topazes that at one point red topazes were like 6.5K or some shit, and like if you 4-ticked that, it was like almost $1.5 million an hour at one point. Now I think it's like 900K an hour.
Make skilling good again.
Yeah, but yeah, those red topazes were fucking up there for a time.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like skilling in general is just kind of in a weird state right now. That's why I think Hollowed Sepulchre is one of the best things to come out.
Glorious. True skill.
It's skill based. It's incredibly fun. It's really good money, and it rewards, you know, practice and actual understanding of game mechanics.
Very, very, very quality update.
Yep. Shout out which mod designed that?
I think it was
the
Husky.
art in that one is Husky. The fucking art in that is incredible.
I don't know if Husky did the art, but Husky and Arcane.
Husky did the mechanics, both of them. I don't know.
Yeah. Bunch of I don't.
Everything about that is good. I think there needs to be more stuff like that.
Yeah, and there will be. I think the J mods are actually just very talented right now, and it's really a shame that we haven't seen like Raids 3 or anything yet, but I think we have some really good shit in store for us in probably 2022, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume so. Oh, you know what I was going to ask is thoughts on Group Iron. Is it dead? Is it dead content out of the gate?
Group Iron Man is like, it was cool thinking about it in 2016, but at this point, like, why are people still fucking wanting it? Just
it's a little late.
It's just going to have so many issues. So many fucking issues. You're going to be on Reddit every single day, and the top post of Reddit is, my Group Iron Man partner abandoned the game mode and sold our Tebow to a real world trade site. Like,
oh yeah.
There is like,
it's going to be juicy.
It's going to be horrible, dude. There's going to be so many fucking issues, so many complaining people. My Group Iron Man person quit and he dropped all his shit, or like, you know, just things like that. And it's just going to be this horrible shit show. It's going to be great for content creators.
Yeah. Yeah, that's literally what it is. It's 1 month of great content for content creators, and then it's dead content.
Yep.
That's my expectation.
It's just going to turn into like what World 345 is, like Dead Man. Just
yeah, it's just it after like a month it becomes Iron Man.
Yep.
It was just Iron Man, and like maybe you can trade with one other person.
You know what I want? Mithril Man mode.
What's that?
Mithril Man mode. I've talked about it before. My regulars for the Sae Bae Cast probably know what I'm talking about, but it is a mode where you cannot use a GE.
Mm-hmm.
You can only trade other Mithril Men. So it basically is a brand new economy where you are a Mithril Man, you have a little blue helmet next to your name, and you can only trade other. So it's basically like this huge Group Iron Man where everyone's kind of a part of your group in a way.
Mm-hmm. So it's basically RuneScape too.
Yep, it's basically
GE.
It's exactly that. You have your own little economy. You're probably gonna have your little bank, your certain bank where like, ooh, this is the Mithril Man bank where people do bank sales and shit, and other things. That's what I want.
Yeah,
Fucking Mytho
my
Man.
my concern with that is how long would it be before it literally just reverts to, people want the GE again.
But no, here's the thing. All these game modes are very just fucking pointless. But if I had to have any mode, if I had to have any mode, it's either that or hardcore Ultimate Iron Man, that you can't use the looting bag, and when you die, your account's deleted, and you can't train construction.
You can't train.
You can't. The skill, the construction
that?
skill is blocked out. You cannot store anything. Your inventory is the only fucking space you have. You do not get any other space. And when you die, so you can't have Zora as your bank either, because when you die, your account's permanently deleted, and you're not just crossed out of the high scores, you're removed from them. It was like you were never there.
I love it. Everyone should also be a pure.
Yeah, you have to be 1 defense. You have to be 10 HP at all times.
10 HP.
And you have to have 1 prayer.
Yeah. No. Oh my god. Yeah. Kind of spoilers. I'm working on doing a Bronze Man series. If you know what that is,
that is where you can only use the GE after you've obtained the item, correct?
Yeah, it's basically a gear hunt. It's basically Iron Man, except you don't have to do herb runs. That's how I like to think of it.
That sounds pretty fucking nice.
Yeah, it's kind of a concept I'm working on. My friend gave me he quit recently. He gave me his old account. And it was authenticator to him, and he disabled the authenticator so I could put my own on it and just like take over the account. And in like the 5 minutes that it was unauthenticated, someone logged in, changed the password, added their own authenticator.
Fuck.
and hacked the account. But they couldn't get past the bank pin. There was only like 10, 15 mil in it, so like they couldn't actually get anything out of the account. And they didn't have access to my email, which is the email I changed it to. So I literally just disabled the authenticator and added my own and got the account back. But like, kind of made me realize, like, fuck, get your authenticators, boys. Holy shit.
Yep. Secure your motherfucking accounts.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking about this on stream yesterday. Somebody was like, would you ever make a new account? And then it brought up the question, like, if this account was gone or compromised or something, what would I do? I have sunk over 13,000 hours into this account.
Jesus.
You can't get back to this point. like
yeah,
you can.
You're actually right. You really can't.
Like you can, but it's like legitimately 4 years, 9 hours a day. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You can't. No sane person would do this shit again. It's like almost getting 200 mil all as like a main or some shit, and then it gets compromised right beforehand, and you restart. Like you got to come out with a new goal. Like
so, what would you do?
Yeah, at that point I would really want a new game mode to come out. That is the only thing that would truly revive something. And fucking knock on wood, I pray that never even happens, that something happens to this account, and I've very much secured.
I'm banking on a streamer privilege if my account ever gets compromised. Just tweet the JMods.
Oh yeah. I'm fucking using every single thing I got. But if something seriously happens, because for me it's like Iron Man it's not just about how much XP. It's like genuinely like if I lost items or if somebody somehow got in my bank and just dropped everything,
it's done. How much is your bank worth? You probably have like 10 fucking bill.
I mean, if I never dropped anything, I've dropped over every single one of my dupes. And
oh damn.
So, but not here. You know what? Let's just fucking go to the bank and find out. Nightmare prices have fucking dropped since they were really expensive. But
I lost so much money on nightmare items. My bank value has gone down like 3 bill in the past couple months.
So my bank, a lot of shit's in my POH, like Third Age and Dragon Full Helm and all that clue shit. But 6.486 bill is the current price of it. So, and that's with no dupes.
Yeah, so you probably have close to like 10 bill total with all your dupes.
Oh yeah, no, I've had 2 T-bows, 2 harms.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking just a lot of shit. So probably even over 10 bill at this point, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've thought about that too. Like, what would I do if my account got hacked? And I mean, I do have the benefit of being a main. Like, my stats will never go away if I like recover the account. So like, it's basically just money at that point. I probably would start an Iron Man. I probably would.
Yeah. it kind of gets to that point where you just got to try something new when everything goes.
Yeah, people. Oh, so many people want me to make an Iron Man. So many people keep pressuring me to make an Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man on it's like here's the beauty about in being in your position, and like, you know, I think you see it, but you do have a lot of potential. You can do kind of what you want. There is no like real pressure because people watch for you, and so you can do whatever the hell you want. So do what you want. So if you don't want to do a fucking Iron Man, don't fucking do that. But seriously, dude, if you've
I've
never
been wanting to do it more and more, but I just don't want to admit that to my stream because they will.
And it is
okay.
It is
It's
extremely
very
tedious.
appealing.
Yeah.
It's a very appealing to me as a content creator because it is guaranteed content that people will watch. Even if I'm like, I don't really want to, like do another Iron Man series because I feel like there's a lot of those. And one of my main goals is to do things that, are slightly off the beaten path. At the same time, like long term, I need sustainable content. Like I can't just think of, 2 new unique video ideas every week for the rest of my life. Like there might be a lot that's untapped, but there's not that much. So I need good like series. And plus sometimes I just want to sit down and play some fucking RuneScape because I haven't done that since I've started content creation. I have not just sat down and played RuneScape for my own personal enjoyment.
Dude, Iron Man mode, the first playthrough of Iron Man is the most amazing gaming experience I have ever had, and it is just so fucking good. It's so addicting. It's so incredibly addicting. It is so fulfilling. Everything feels like an extreme accomplishment. It is so beautiful, dude. It's honestly like amazing. And I think part of the reason it was so amazing was because I started as a hardcore on release, and hardcore itself was a fresh game mode, and I was up there with like the top dogs, and that might have been a huge contributing factor. And I fucking quit my job to play more, which also
nice.
That was the best decision of my life. Just fucking quit my job and play hardcore.
Yeah, honestly, same boat. Quitting your job is a really good feeling.
Quitting jobs are
people listening, don't just fucking quit your job. But like if you do, it's a good feeling.
It's so
it's
so
don't
liberating.
Fucking sacrifice your long term health for a couple months of just coasting. I was an idiot. I should not have done what I did, but I did, and somehow things tend to work out.
Yeah.
So
no, there's definitely a lot of ways this could have gone south very quick, but for the most part, very fortunate.
Yeah, I mean, I also think it's incredible just as a whole that people like us are able to make a career out of playing a video game. Like it kind of blows my mind sometimes, but I guess that's just content consumption is just the future. I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly, this is like another question. Like, how long do you think realistically you could be a content creator for RuneScape? Like, what do you think the long term of this game is?
I'm fucking
content creation in general.
I'm glad you asked that because I love asking other people that of like, when does this all end? Like
that's my number one fear. Like that's why I'm like slightly just terrified of the whole thing. Is like, how long can I do this,
dude? You are so like new to it all, and I'm really new to it. I've only been doing this since 2019 January, so it's been just over 2 years. And dude, it doesn't end. That's the thing. It really doesn't end. Does the game?
That's good to hear. Yeah.
Does the game potentially end? Maybe in however many years or decades. And does it even need to end to move on to something else?
WoW's been going for 20 years. I mean, if WoW can do it.
No, like literally, even if this game fucking ends, we're all gonna move over to something else.
Yeah,
like
that is true.
It's not like all of a sudden your whole base is just disintegrated and you have to start from scratch. Like, dude, like you build yourself, like you're building the community, and then the community just follows you wherever the fuck you go. So
yeah, that is a good point. And that's why I've tried to make the focus on my content more so about me, my personality, my like portrayal of the game. Like not exactly the gameplay itself, but just myself as a lens through which the gameplay is viewed, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So that like I can actually form a genuine connection with people. in my chat, in my comments, and that's, definitely healthy for long term. Like if I want to have a fucking Minecraft night, like I can have a Minecraft night.
Yep.
That's kind
You
of the
could have a
goal.
fucking hot tub night, and I'm wanting to see
Oh,
that.
that'll get hell of it. That'll get hell of views for
Yeah.
sure.
There is zero for you. There is no fucking worry. Like you might think, oh, this could. It almost is almost like what you're saying, like that imposter syndrome, and kind of like this could all end almost like at any point. It doesn't. Like, just don't fuck up. Or
That's good to hear. Yeah,
just,
like I'm not planning on fucking up at least in any major way.
no, but like realistically, like it's just growth. There is no end to it. And like think about it. Think about like because Twitch and shit, live streaming, this is all really new stuff. Think about
It is.
sports.
It
Like
really is.
you think of like a professional player that retires. Oh, what do I do now? I mean, you've already fucking made enough money, but now you commentate sports. Like now you do something else involved in it. It's like there's always just something else.
Well, that's like before I like fully quit my full-time job, I did like kind of lay out in my mind any sort of possible path for the future. And obviously streaming YouTube is not going anywhere. Like it's, if anything, it's just going to grow exponentially.
Yep.
So there will be markets created for stream managers, YouTube managers, like specialists in stream growth. Like you're saying like sports is fucking huge. If you look at the giant streamers like Dr. Disrespect, they have the production value of like the fucking NBA.
Yep.
So like the ceiling is extremely high. It really is. And it is at the point now where on Twitch to start from nothing is basically impossible. Like it's just starting to get saturated now to the point where it's nearly impossible to get started on Twitch with nothing.
Unless you're fucking talented at the game or some shit. And yeah, but it's so much better to start with the community.
Yeah. The only reason I have Twitch viewers is because of my YouTube. And like I said, I kind of struck lightning with YouTube. And then struck lightning with Twitch. So I just spent all my effort in capitalizing on like all of the luck I've gotten. So but I feel like the ceiling is definitely high. Ceiling is high, and I don't think it's going anywhere. So like I'm not really worried, but it's one of those things that's just like in the back of my mind. Yep. Like nothing is guaranteed.
Yep. Now I'm not the biggest content creator yet now, but I'm not like up there, and like I still struggle with like, kind of anxiety of, oh God, like how's rent, going to be this month or something. And I always worry about, what's going to happen in the next 6 months, what's going to happen in the next year, what's going to happen. But I kind of am just one of those people that I've always been kind of a spontaneous guy, and I kind of live life, I guess, sort of risky. I've noticed. Like I don't really like security. Like I do like security. I would fucking love that. But at the same time, I've chosen life paths where I don't have security, and I just kind of like semi thrive on it. I'm like, whatever.
That's a really good point, because part of the way that I try to do things, like I know I was just talking about how like, kind of stressed about just the future in general because I'm so new to it. But as a whole, a lot of like, this is one of the things that my parents were asking me is like, well, like how does this translate into the future? Like, how is this going to secure you a safe future? Like, what are you going to do? How are you going to retire? And it's like, well, the future is cool and all, but like, I'm just trying to live right fucking now. Like this is great right now. And that's all there really is in the end, is this exact moment. So you don't have to spend all the time stressing about the future when it's literally it's just now.
Yep. And I think I've probably said this before, but my life has been the best my life has probably ever been in my entire life. As of like the past year has been the best time in my life. And even with all the people would think spending your fucking time in the room playing a game and talking to your camera is like the life. Honestly, dude, this is like, God, I can only see it getting better from here. And honestly, like even though this is the most risky bullshit, and like I see my friends with like actual careers and all this shit, and like, you know, actually making money for retirement and stuff. I'm like, dude, honestly, they're working their asses off. I'm just fucking doing exactly what I want to do, and
yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's
And
like I wouldn't.
there's definitely beauty in that, right?
Yeah.
Like that's one of the things that just drove me away from my desk job was like, you know, I could do this 8 hours a day, but more like 10 to 12, including just like getting ready and commuting and stuff like that. And then have, you know, 4 hours to myself every day for the rest of my life. Or I could do shit that I like actually want to do all day
And grow
like
yourself.
maybe,
And it's not just like you're. It's not like you're just a degenerate. Like you're doing something that people could probably see as degenerate, but you're growing something. You're progressing in your own way.
You're adding value to something, other people's lives, anything, just in your own, you know, in your own way.
Yeah.
And like, you know, maybe I'm not going to make as much as if I was like a fucking financial analyst for my whole life, fucking doing like crazy deals or anything like that. But, you know, it's not really my focus. You know, I just, I want to be able to wake up every morning and be excited to do shit. And do things that like, I don't, because I mean, ever since I graduated college, I would wake up, like get ready for my job and just be dreading it the whole time. And be dreading it the whole day, and then come home and then be stressed that I have, you know, 2 hours to cook food, work out, and do anything that I want to do for myself before I have to go to bed and wake up and do it again.
I used to work summer sales. I used to sell solar in Las Vegas.
Oof.
Back in 2015, just door to door.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, it was all commission too, which I like in a way.
I hate.
I think it really takes a special kind of person, like, because you can make a lot of money.
It really does. Yeah. Oh yeah. The ceiling is really high, but the floor is very low.
Yeah, and I'll just say, that was very painful. Just like so
How
much
often
stress.
Do people even like listen to you in that kind of environment?
It's bad. So I look at my past jobs I've had, and I'm like, dude, there's nothing better than doing exactly what I want and just like, you know, getting paid to do it. Like, oh God. So whenever I have those things like, oh man, I could be, you know, be more secure with money at a different job or something. It's like, dude, I gotta really bring back those memories of working like jobs. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm good. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the grass is always greener on the other side when you like think about it. But like in reality, it's like, dude,
it doesn't get much better.
Yeah.
And I guess it depends on each person what they want to fucking
exactly. That's the other thing.
Some people, I know for a fact, some people think they would love to be a streamer. They would fucking hate streaming.
Yep.
I know for a fact some people would just immediately hate it because it's like we were talking about earlier. It's, you know, you're not playing the game for your own enjoyment anymore.
I know, but
like you're playing to provide entertainment to people.
Yep.
Like the viewers are literally paying us our salary, and that in a way makes the dynamic strange, but it also is motivating in some ways to provide, you know, the best possible environment you can for everybody in your stream, which I really enjoy doing. Like it makes me extremely happy when people coming into my stream like, bro, your vibes are so good. Like I love just tuning in and hanging out with everybody. Like that's the best compliment I can get.
Yep.
But you know, it's not about me. So some people who want to play the game because they want people to watch them play the game, like that's not what makes a good streamer.
Yeah. No, and it's definitely not all it's not all fun and games. There's a lot of stress that goes to it.
Yeah.
Money stress is the big thing.
There's a lot more than, I don't know. There's a lot more than people realize. There's a lot more than I realized. Absolutely.
Yeah. And yeah, everyone's different. I love this. I love fucking being alone in my room, doing my thing. Some people need to be outside at all times. Some people like, you know, so.
I'm trying to go outside more because every time I go outside, I feel really good.
Going outside's amazing for mental health. Holy shit.
Oh, it really is. It really, really is. Like, I'll just sit outside in my backyard after stream sometimes. It's like pitch black, but it's the only time where it's cool enough for me to go outside. Because it's currently, let's check the temperature. It is currently 92 degrees.
Jesus.
So, like, I can't really go outside right now. And that's, like, cool.
Oh, damn. It's 81 here. or 82 right now. Jesus.
You probably have humidity though, don't you?
Yeah, we got a lot of humidity.
Yeah.
But yeah,
yeah, I'll hang out outside in my backyard, just like breathe fresh air and not look at a screen because I look at so many screens all day.
Oh yeah, no, I'm built for the screen, but I still, God, going outside and getting some fresh air, getting some exercise feels fucking incredible. And then you come back and you're more motivated than ever. There's
an immediate boost of endorphins, like when you take a deep breath of actual fresh air.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I think that's gonna be one of my like first vacations off of streaming is like going to fucking camp somewhere. And I'm not even like a big camping guy. I'm not built to last in the outdoors long term, but just as like a disconnect, just as like a decompression, you know? Yeah, that's my plan.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a quick pee real quick.
Let's go. Let's take another piss.
Got a tiny bladder, drink a lot of water. It happens.
I'm just gonna stay here and fucking mine this ore.
All right.
Welcome back, King.
Thank you.
Okay, we just have a few more topics. The very last, ones. But Manic Marauder asks, favorite game mechanic, most unique or underrated content, and top 3 snacks.
Favorite game. I don't know a single game mechanic that I really, really like, but I don't like prayer flicking. I think prayer flicking is annoying. I really enjoy movement and pathing mechanics, like the Soda Seg maze.
Yeah,
I think that shit is really, really fun. Understanding that. Yeah, anything that requires an in-depth understanding of ticks, but not like prayer flicking where it's a lot of clicking just every tick. Like I think the Inferno is pretty cool. Just understanding when to pray. What I thought 6 Jads was like really, really cool.
Yeah.
Because that's not exactly a high APM. Like you're not doing 8-way switches or anything. You just have to have the rhythm down, which I've been saying this before. RuneScape is literally just a rhythm game. It's basically Guitar Hero.
It is. And that's why I love it so much.
Yeah. It's basically Guitar Hero.
Were you a Guitar Hero person?
I was really good back in the day. I'm like dog shit now, but I did beat Through the Fire and Flames on Expert.
Well, good.
Back in early high school.
Good. Yeah. Could you see? I was one of those nerds that would just sit down and practice, like on practice mode, and I learned how to tap the intro, like with like 2 hands, where you bring your other hand over, you elbow the strum.
I kind of cheated. I did the rubber band thing. Not gonna lie.
And then you just rip it off real quick right at the end.
Yeah, I would like scoot it off real quick.
Yeah.
But like I played Guitar Hero since the very first one. And there's like one summer when I was like first getting into it. I think it was Guitar Hero 2 that had Freebird. I literally played Freebird like 40 times a day until I 100%ed the song because I wanted to 100% it.
Damn, you 100%ed that shit on Expert?
Freebird, yeah. Freebird is a lot easier than Through the Fire and Flames, though.
Oh yeah, no. Through the Fire and Flames is like it's at the point of just like physically impossible, where it's like
I 3-starred it. I'm not gonna lie, it was a sloppy kill, but it was a kill.
I actually did eventually 5-star Through the Fire and Flames. I did not 100% it by
5-starred it.
I 5-starred it, and that's because I'd spend summers practicing. In fact, I actually gold starred like 35 songs on Expert. My most impressive, I think, was Probably 3s and 7s was probably my most impressive. I got very, very close to the number of the beast. Because once you get the rhythm down, you're just fucking flying through it. But that solo, there's one part in the solo that was just, I'd get nervous, dude. I'd get like the fucking shakes when it would come up, because like, you know, when you're like 100%, and then the hard part comes and you fucking panic.
Nerves come. Yeah.
But
okay, so you were a Guitar Hero monster.
Oh, dude, I would play 8 hours a day after school every single day.
Nice. So you're a natural born RuneScape player, rhythm and grinding for 8 hours.
Yeah, no, and I didn't even play. I didn't play RuneScape for 8 years. I played it as a kid, quit for 8 years, started up back in 2015. So,
yep,
I was just full on Guitar Hero at that point.
Yeah. Oh, that's another a good question. How much of the RuneScape old school player base do you think is driven by nostalgia?
Oh, none. Like very few. It's not nostalgia anymore.
Thank you. That was going to be my answer. Was literally like 0. But a lot of people seem to have the opinion that it is. Like, we only play this game because we're nostalgic. I'm like, that's not fucking true.
I will say I came back to the game because of nostalgia.
You started.
Yeah. And it's very hard to get somebody to play this game for the first time that never has played it. So
it's not a good game to play.
Period.
That came out kind of wrong, but it is a very rough game to introduce someone to.
It's so strange.
Like, unless you are already a fan of MMOs and you understand kind of the grind, this is an incredibly unique game. Mechanically speaking, just design wise, everything about it is very, very unique. And I think that's part of the reason why people stick with it so much, is because there is nothing else that, does RuneScape like RuneScape.
Yeah.
But I don't, like I said, I don't think it's driven by nostalgia.
It's
not for me, at least.
It's not at all. It's it's the progress. It's like that, just the true natural sense of just euphoria when you get a drop of like, I worked my fucking ass off for this shit. Nothing else could give me such a good feeling for getting a drop. Like, no other game could give me this. It is the worst of times, but it is the best of times. It is the
best of times. I also think it's kind of a double-edged sword, though, because with RuneScape, like, if you're maxing your account, right, like, the only thing you need to put in is time. There is a guaranteed sense of progression, like quite literally the meme number go up good. But at the same time, it is really, really low risk. So people who are like maybe kind of challenge averse can find a lot of solace in this game. Like, they're making progress, but they're not really risking anything. So I think it can kind of be dangerous for people who like are really, really easily kind of into finding comfort in things and not necessarily challenging themselves in any way, or like growing as a person. I feel like this game is a really, really dangerous tool for those kind of people.
Oh yeah, no, it's it can definitely
like myself included. Like, I'm absolutely a part of that.
You know what's funny is I always dreamed, before I ever became a streamer and stuff, I always dreamed like, dude, the perfect, and it was always when I was at the peak of just addiction to RuneScape. I was like, dude, I would love to have a second alternate reality, just an alternate reality. I already have my own alternate now, but like an alternate reality where I could literally just grind RuneScape and have no other stresses in life. Just truly have no desires, no sexual desires, I don't need any pleasure from food. I don't need sleep. I don't need sleep. Monk. Yeah. I just embrace everything about the game and just go as hard as possible and complete it. Like this alternate reality where time isn't a thing. You just fucking, dude. I would think about that at work. I'd be working like 12 hours at fucking Target lifting boxes, and I'm just like, dude, I want to go home and play RuneScape. And I think of like these.
Yeah.
I think of these scenarios where I could just have unlimited time. Just
well, that's what makes it such like a beautiful escape.
Oh,
is that it's like you can come home and fucking get XP. Like, it's there waiting for you.
Yeah,
it really is.
And now that I fucking do this, I really try. So I know you're more on like the content side. I really try to do what I want in the game, what I truly wanted, because I think back years ago when I had these dreams of being able to do whatever I want, and like things like collecting third age is something a normal person with a job and a family cannot fucking do.
Yeah. Not at all.
It's just stupid. But I try to like push those limits now. I'm like, you know what? I have this opportunity. Let me do the things that are just fucking stupid and let me just go for
like
it. Because
get a nightmare maze.
Yeah, like just let me do these crazy things because I have the opportunity. Let's just fucking send it. I'm still single. I'm still young. I mean, getting fucking old. Turning 26 in June. God damn it.
Yeah. I'm actually a month older than you.
Yeah, you fucking old son
I'm
of
literally
a
a grandpa. But yeah, no, that's something I'm really trying to get better at is like playing RuneScape for myself again.
Yeah.
Because I was really,
tough.
really worried.
It's tough as a content creator.
Yeah. There's a balance to be had.
Yep.
There's definitely a balance to be had.
Yeah, there is.
Oh yeah. Okay. So most unique and underrated content. Sorry, Manic Marauder, we ignored your questions. Unique. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if this counts as underrated, but Sepulchre I think is some of the most unique and fucking delicious content that we've gotten. Underrated, I would definitely say fuck.
Underrated Sarachnis for me. Clues.
Sarachnis? You like Sarachnis? Oh, well, clues aren't underrated. Everyone loves clues. What do you mean?
Well, not everyone loves. Everyone loves to see a casket opening. Not everyone loves clues.
Oh yeah, no one likes doing. Okay, that's
I
fair.
love
I feel that.
doing the clues. That is underrated because people don't truly. I think it has to come with Iron Man as well because Iron Man, it's not just like do the clue. It is you have gotten all the requirements, all the stat requirements, all the items, and now you can just fucking send clues. And it's not just go to the GE and buy these Zimplings. You got a clue hunt. So you got the whole package where you go get the clue from the source, and then you open the clue, and then you do all the requirements again, and then you have all those stashes built, and you're like, let's fucking go. And then you're hunting third age, which
we're gaming.
God.
So you did how many Sarachnis kills do you have?
I have 16,000 on the dot, and that is scratching the surface.
Why did you get that many Sarachnis kills?
I went for 1,000 elites. 1,000 elite clues was my goal right after max. I said I want to hit rank 1 elites, and I want to hit 1,000 of them.
I hate elite clues.
They are so shit, and they are going to get fixed.
They're my least favorite clue by far.
Yeah.
They are dog shit. Why are they so bad? Do you know?
I have a video of it. You're going to have to fucking watch the 45-minute ramble of me and BC Guppy talking about it. In fact, everyone go to my channel right now, click subscribe, and then click on that video and watch it. And it explains why elites got fucked. It goes into like all the math and everything about it.
Can you give me a TLDR?
Yep. So when the Mimic was released back in early 2019.
That was 2019?
Yep, that was like April 2019. That was literally 2 years ago.
Fuck?
Mimic was released, and they added new Third Age Druidic, and they added new gilded items. And those gilded items, not only did they fuck elites, but they actually fucked masters. The thing was, masters were so good for Third Age at the time that the fuck over rate still made them really good. Like, they were still fine. But elites, at one point before that update, to get Third Age from an elite clue scroll, from a casket was 1 in 2,600. And then it turned to 1 in 57 motherfucking 50. Literally over 3,000 more caskets on average to hit Third Age.
It literally doubled because they added new gilded items, or what? What happened?
It's because they added gilded items, but instead of making like a new like table for it, they just added it on to like the mega rare table. So like when you hit the mega rare table, then there's like the Third Age table to it, and it used to be 16 slots, and then it got fucked, and it added 7 new slots to it, and
without introducing more Third Age rolls.
Yeah, it was just a shit show. We go into it, and BC Guppy can explain it a lot better than me with the math side of it, but yeah, everything basically got fucked.
That's fucked. Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
So the reason I'm so into clues, honestly, what it all really stems down to is it is the final frontier. Third Age is the final frontier in this game. After 200 mil all, after all pets, There's only one last thing. And after collection log,
Oh, third age.
after all of that is said and done, there is still the final grind that takes decades, and that is third age hunt.
This might be kind of a dumb question, but do you think anyone's going to get 200 mil all and all pets anytime soon?
Hey,
The
Jace.
only person is Hey Jace. Yeah. He's pet hunting.
Or Oslo.
I mean,
Oslo he's going for collection log and pets, and he just got 200 mil all.
Is that the guy who shit himself?
I think that's the guy that shit himself, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. That's fucking insane that someone could get 200 mil all and all pets to me. Do you know how many hours of gameplay that is?
A lot.
How many hours?
Did you know that there's an Iron Man with all pets now?
I did know that.
Yeah. Bamf.
That's fucking impressive. That's really impressive. I don't know the math behind this, but isn't the Bloodhound like 1/3 of all pet hours for an Iron Man?
I don't know about 1/3, especially because there's Nightmare
like a
now.
Huge amount.
It is
fuck Nightmare.
It is a huge chunk, but yeah, Nightmare and Chambers and Corp are fucking monsters.
What do you think about the drop rate of the Chambers pet? Because I think it's too high.
It is too high, but at the same time, I don't really care about pet rates. I'm not an avid pet hunter. I don't really care if pets are.
That's true.
I don't really care about pets in jars and shit. They really should be a little bit more streamlined, and I feel like most of them are. Bloodhound's a little out there. Chambers pet's a little out there, but like at the same time, they're never essential. You are not like, it's not like a TiVo.
Yeah, it's really just an end game completionist sort
cosmetic.
of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm fucking addicted to clues. Anyway, his final thing is top 3 snacks.
I'm trying to move away from snacking, but if it's like if it's just a dirty day, if I'm just really feeling it, my all-time favorite snack is chocolate covered pretzels.
Which like the white ones, like the yogurt, like the white?
No, like the dark chocolate, like Flips, if you know that.
Yeah, Flips, but not the white ones.
The white ones are okay.
Okay.
I prefer the like milk or dark chocolate.
Yeah, the white ones kind of make me nauseous after too many.
Yeah, I actually I have like a weird dairy sensitivity, which is strange because I eat a lot of cheese and drink a lot of milk. But I don't know, those ones I feel the same way a little bit.
Yeah, but I know what you. Yeah, chocolate covered pretzels really are. And the funny thing is, I was about to say pretzel M&Ms. Those fucking hit the spot.
It's something about the chocolate and the salt.
Yeah,
and like the carbohydrates. I don't know.
Dude,
it's fucking
have
delicious.
you ever had chocolate covered like Ruffles?
No, I don't think I have.
It's like I don't know if
that sounds good.
They're so fucking good. It's like chocolate covered pretzels, but like the greasiness.
I think I've had chocolate covered potato chips.
Yeah, there's like potato chips,
sure
but
it's very same.
They're like they have to have the ridges. Like they have to be like a thick potato chips with the ridges. If it's just a fucking like Lay's, it doesn't work.
Yeah. But maybe I'll go dip some shit in chocolate. I don't know. I'm trying to be a little healthier. Especially since I've started
sitting on your ass all day.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did that all the time, but I was really good at going to the gym before. But with content creation specifically, the past 2 months, I like just didn't have time to go grocery shopping, so there's no food in my house. I would end like a 5-hour stream. It's like 10:30, 11 at night. Like I don't have anything to make. I basically either have to go to like McDonald's drive-through or like order something on DoorDash that would just end up being fast food. So I'm pretty sure I had like 3 or 4 McDonald's a week for like the past month because it was the only thing that was open after stream, and I would have to stay up and edit videos. So like I'm trying to not do that anymore because I can feel my body crumbling.
Yeah.
When I eat a lot of shit food.
Yeah, no, that tends to happen. I've bought a rice cooker recently. I've been cooking some rice and eggs and beans, just trying to be on a little bit on the cheaper side because you can definitely start fucking going out to eat every fucking meal, spending like goddamn $40, $50 a day.
Total waste of money. I just did a heroic Costco trip recently. So yeah, I have actual food now. I just have to actually cook it. Yeah,
the snacking, I can't like. I like to just have a snack, and I like my gummies and stuff. But again,
I'm a big snacker.
If they're in front of me, I'm gonna eat it. If they're not in front of me, I'm not gonna eat it. So it's better off if I just don't even fucking have anything next to me.
I don't buy those things anymore because like I am such a snacker that if I have it, like I'll
It's
buy a
gone.
bag of chips at the grocery store. Like I'll just have some of these like now and again. I eat it the first day. I open it as soon as I get back, and it's gone by that night.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't work out well.
It doesn't work out exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I like beef jerky. It's a good snack.
Beef jerky
like
bloats
relatively
me
healthy.
too much.
Really?
It makes me, yeah, it gets me kind of gassy, and it just makes me feel tired. And I think it's because I have to like balance it out with so much fucking water because of just how like
How
salty.
salty it is?
Yeah. I don't know. It makes me feel like I just get like dehydrated. I don't know. I don't like the feeling. I've never really been.
How is your hydration, Sater? You gotta
I
work on the hydration, my
chug
guy.
waters. Like
Okay.
I piss probably like 6 times a stream.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Like
Yeah.
I literally pee like every like 4 nightmare kills. I'll go like take another piss, and I drink a lot of water. I drink even more water when I'm not streaming, and then like per stream. Here's the fucking problem with me is I drink a Red Bull like every stream. Like every stream I drink like a 12-ounce Red Bull, and I have an actual caffeine addiction at this point. Like
Yeah, I make a cup of coffee before every stream. I kind of need to.
yeah.
Like I'll be dead on stream if I don't.
Yeah, no, it's like a mindset thing at this point. Like
Mm-hmm.
the caffeine definitely is doing something, but if I think, oh, I haven't had my caffeine, all of a sudden the stream's just not. It's like low energy.
Exactly. Oh my god, yeah. I'm the exact same way. And it's like I stream kind of late, so like I drink a cup of coffee at like 6, 7 at night. Like I just stay up really fucking late, and that's why my schedule is so degen.
Yeah, and then you get tired, but like you can't actually fall asleep for like the next like 2 hours because the caffeine's still like in your system. Yeah.
Yep. No, it's a terrible feeling. I wake up exhausted.
Oh,
all the
it's
time
fucking
because of
sucks.
that.
Just
Yeah.
groggy.
Yeah. So I'm trying to like undegen it up a bit. Which will by the way be somewhat included in my my gym video, guys.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm not gonna spoil the title. I already have a title in mind, but I'm not gonna spoil it. Not publicly. I'll tell you after the podcast.
All right. Okay. Anti-vaxxer says thoughts on leg day.
Love it. Best day.
Hell yeah.
If you don't do leg day, you're weak and your bloodline is weak and you will not survive the winter. Leg day is incredibly important. People can tell when you don't hit legs, you look fucking weird. It makes you stronger as a person, emotionally, physically. It makes your fucking other lifts go up because if you have a 6 squat, then the rest of your body is built to support a 6 squat. But if you're not doing squats on leg day, you're not doing leg day and you're a pussy little bitch. Those are my thoughts on leg day.
Yeah, leg day is really important. I'm not the fucking person to ask about the gym. I actually used to work out quite a bit back when I was like 20, 21, 22. But then I started playing a lot of fucking RuneScape. And
that happens, yeah.
Yeah, but leg day was the hardest day because I have fucking chicken legs, but I understand the science behind it and how if you fucking build up your legs, your whole body's just getting built.
Yeah. If you can do nothing but squat and your bench press will go up.
Yep. It's really cringe when you see people like just doing curls and like they skip leg day and then they, it's just weird.
Oh, there's this guy at my my old gym that I used to work at who I don't know how the fuck he has so much money. He's probably like 27, 28, not even cracking 30, head to toe covered in tattoos, all the way up to his neck, all down his arms, all down his legs, all over his chest. Wears like exclusively Gucci. Has like a Bentley, like a fucking sick Bentley. He's with a different supermodel every time I see him. This dude was like pretty built up top. Probably does steroids. Little tiny fucking minuscule toothpick chicken legs.
Yeah.
Never seen tinier legs in my life. It's actually kind of scary when I saw him in the locker room.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look, it just looks bad. Looks unhealthy.
It is unhealthy. It's also like legitimately unhealthy because if you have a lot of weight up top and your fucking knees are not able to support that, like that does over time a good bit of damage to your whole fucking body.
Yep. And it is very nice having a tone ass. I miss that.
I've got some thick ass cheeks.
Oh yeah, I saw. Oh, trust me, I saw that picture. I was like trying to like look behind it, trying to see if it was like a 3D image. But yeah,
I should have put a mirror behind me.
Jesus. Yeah, no, but that toned ass feeling. Like I remember like hanging out with girls after like, you've been kind of working out for a few months and shit. It's getting to like springtime at school. Go hang out with some
Sun's up,
chicks.
guns out.
Your,
Skies out, thighs out.
yeah, your fucking ass is just like rock hard. It feels, yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually,
Yeah, no,
I
go
got
ahead.
I got groped at clubs pretty much every time I go out. I get my ass grabbed,
By
which
other
like
guys, right?
it's 50-50. It's about 50-50. Which like I mean like I probably should care more. I don't particularly care because like I'm a fairly large dude, so I'm not like worried about someone like attacking me or like assaulting me. I could probably beat them up, but you know, it's a little strange for sure. Something a little strange.
Yeah. I'm not really a clubber. And I know you're not either, but
I'm not, no.
yeah, but when I say not a clubber, I mean like a never clubber. Like I go to the occasional little like weird ass like school fucking, where like your buds are going to some weird ass like
Yeah.
thing, but it's never like a club. Like it's just like
Yeah, a
party.
lot of my friends are like alcoholics, and I don't know how they do it. I don't know how or why they enjoy going out so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
It really like shocks me. I don't know if it's. I mean, I'm not one. Maybe I'm projecting, but
There's
maybe they're filling some sort of like emotional void in their lives by blacking out every
there's
3 times
also
a week.
there's also people with like the fear of missing out.
The
Have you heard of
FOMO,
that?
yeah, FOMO, definitely.
Yeah. Oh,
I
FOMO, is
don't
that what
really
it's
get
called?
that too much. Yeah, FOMO, fear of missing out.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know there was actually like a term for it.
Yeah, there's a whole acronym.
Wow. Yeah, no, I had roommates like that just needed to know everything that was going on. I'm like, dude, just fucking chill.
Yeah.
Just
They needed to
chill.
constantly be around people, which I guess is kind of the opposite of what I'm like. So I guess that's why it's so strange to me, but still.
Okay. Hugh Jass asks, "How tasty are you?" And then we got two more topics on here.
Pretty tasty.
All right. On a scale of 1 to 10?
10.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I earned the name.
And how tasty am I? I'd probably say like a 7.
I give you an 8.
Thank you.
Minimum.
Well, shit. Okay, Marzabun asks, "What are your thoughts on the fall of the Western Roman Empire?"
You know what's funny is I saw this question when she posted it, and I was pretty close to doing some research on the fall of the Western Roman Empire.
And then you're like,
for the meme value, like when this question got brought up. And then I like looked at the Wikipedia page and I was like, no, I'm just gonna go take a shit and cook some breakfast. So that was
Yeah, I saw that as
Sorry,
well, and I'm
Martha.
like, I have not been to a history class in like a decade. So
I love history. I actually really do. It's one of my favorite subjects.
oh, history is, what sucks is school really fucked me over. School made me hate like learning stuff that was actually very intriguing to learn about because you have like
school's
tests.
not built for everybody.
Yeah,
it really is not.
And I'm thinking like high school where you just have these shitty ass quizzes and stuff that you just don't like, but the actual listening and like kind of studying of it is really cool. But as soon as there's like pressure put on you to fucking like perform, it's like,
yeah,
let me learn this.
It takes the magic out.
Yep.
It puts the focus more so on an objective measure of like your actual literal retention of small details rather than the conceptual knowledge of the entire
so sad
like event or any like theme that you're looking at throughout history. It sucks. I'm not a big fan of conventional schooling. I went to public school, so I know all about it.
So we'll just say yes, Marzabun. Yes.
Yeah, I do have thoughts on them, but you can't hear them.
And if you listen really closely, you can hear them.
Yeah, we said them really quietly.
Yeah. Hope you got that. And then to finish it all off on the Twitter thread, Lil Chunks 12 says, "Opinions on buttholes."
Okay, what's up with Liz and buttholes? Because every time I talk to her, she mentions buttholes. Do you have something you need to tell us?
So Liz? here's this is weird. Lil Chunks 12, but then her @ is Lil Chunks 1.
Holy shit.
Where did the other 11 Lil Chunks come from?
The two is in someone's butthole, I presume.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, I mean, I eat ass. I don't know about you guys. 2021. Be a gentleman.
So, a scale of one. I mean, everyone. My opinions on ass, great. My opinions on
Yeah.
okay, shit. You know what? We'll just ask
I-
you. We'll just say the opinion on
10 out of 10. I've never had a bad experience with a butthole.
Fuck yeah.
It makes me think that maybe you have. It sounded like that's the road you were going down.
We'll just say maybe.
Uh,
But
okay.
you're a bidet expert, so when you like eat ass, can you tell when somebody uses a bidet?
So like you got to be real careful. Like you can't just eat anyone's ass. It doesn't really work like that.
Do you like?
You got to trust.
Okay.
You got to do like a little drive by. You got to scope it out. You got to scope out the scene a little bit. There are tactics you can do if you're like down there, just like a little fucking head bob or something, just to get a like a
little
whiff
sniff
or like a visual. Bonus points if they don't drink a lot of alcohol or if they're a vegan. That lends itself to a clean butthole. I'm not a vegan, but like it's just in my maybe it's I don't know.
Now
Maybe it's anecdotal.
What are your thoughts on your ass being eaten?
I'd let a girl do it. It's never happened to me, but I feel like there's a lot of preparation that would have to go into it.
Do you think an enema is essential in that situation?
An enema?
An enema to
That's when they like flush your ass out
with
water.
I'm
right?
talking like prep like the day before, take an enema, just make sure that shit is like fucking fresh, just like clean.
That's pretty intimidating. I think you could get away with less.
Just a bidet and some nice soap.
Just a bidet and a real rough scrub.
Yeah.
You might have to get a little bit in there to be safe, but probably would not give myself an enema. I've never had a girl ask to do that. I feel like that's a guy thing, but I don't know a lot of girls that are into that.
Yeah.
But maybe, I don't know, Lil Chunks probably is. We'll have to find out.
Yeah.
Not like that, but fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. Okay. Thank you guys for all the fucking questions. Definitely some weird ass topics.
Yeah, this is a good one. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Shit. Like, do you have any, like, do you want to fucking mention anything? Or are you just fucking satisfied?
I got all my stuff out of the way.
Hell yeah.
Mid Sae Bae Cast, I think.
So what do you think? Like 3 hours and 21 minutes we have been talking, and how long has it felt for you? You're going to say like,
flew by.
Yeah.
This actually flew by.
It always fucking does, dude.
It's already 4:30 for me. That's actually crazy.
I know. Everyone comes on here and they're like, yeah, I could probably talk for like 40 minutes to an hour. And then like,
I didn't think we'd have this much to talk about.
It literally
crazy.
flies every time, dude. They're going faster for me too. Like I look over, I'm like, what the fuck? It's like pressing 3 hours. But yeah. Tasty, Max. Dude, we should start calling you fucking Tasty Max. Or that's kind of cringe. I was gonna say like Pepsi Max, but you can't just say Pepsi Max. It has to be like Tasty or like Max Taste. I don't fucking know.
We'll workshop it. We can workshop it.
But Tasty, an absolute fucking pleasure. I am so happy I got to talk with you. We hit some really weird ass topics. We covered some shit. We said some things we probably shouldn't have. But Tasty,
that's what it's all about.
Absolute fucking pleasure. And I am going to have your links in the description so YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. What else?
Throw that Instagram in there. I'm trying.
Oh yeah, the Instagram. That was the other thing. I was like, shit, I'm missing something. So
Instagram checkmark is OP. It's very
okay.
OP.
Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. What else? Do you have a Discord?
I think that's about it. I do have a Discord actually.
Do you want to link the Discord in it too?
I'll throw you the link to that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send me the lifetime one.
Yep.
All right, guys, go fucking show Tasty some love. He is, again, relatively new content creator. He is blowing fucking up. Go follow him. Go see what the hype's all about, and prepare for that gym video.
Oh yeah. Well, dude, thank you very much. I just want to say it's actually a pretty big honor to be on the Sae Bae podcast.
Well,
I really do appreciate the invite.
Well,
it was hella fun. It was actually a lot of fun.
I'm glad you fucking said yeah, because I'm gonna be honest. Some of the time when I like I get nervous when I ask people because I have had some no's before, and it's like oh man. But
sad.
But I'm glad you were very excited for it. It made me more excited for it, and I'm glad we could do this. And everyone, to those listening, thank you for listening. And shit, we'll see you next week. Oh, before we end though, down in the description, exclamation, or if you're watching this on Twitch, exclamation Patreon to directly support the Sae Bae Cast. If you like the Sae Bae Cast, you want to listen to deleted scenes, you may with exclamation Patreon for 1 monthly subscription, or you could just.
Do we have deleted scenes?
We'll fucking talk about that after this shit.
Okay, all right.
You ready for that? Okay. Anyway, catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. And yeah.
Adios.